scout along the wall where
Pre-recording.
the break is, and then I'll probably
And
scout
we're live.
as close as I can to the guard towers just to get an idea of
Is
city
it-
strength.
Yeah, like is the army there
Rich,
still and
This
stuff
is
like that?
the hatchet game.
And then I'm gonna
From Kung Fu
follow
Hustle?
you guys.
What do we see? Like how far are we deciding to? Like, can we see the outer wall? Like as we're approaching, do we see anything that looks suspicious?
No, I mean, there's a little bit more, like, as you guys are coming around this way, right, you can tell that there's still guards at the doors. It's kind of late, so there aren't as many people going in and out right now, right? It's just like,
Do the guards look like they're from Mundus? Or do the guards look like they're from Severance?
you're not close enough to be able to tell that yet.
Okay.
You can tell, like, there's movement at the doors,
Okay.
but you're not close enough where you guys are sort of circling around. John, were you coming
That's-
in to check?
That's something that I would
Yeah.
want you to look for, like see if like you can
Well,
tell.
he can't hear you now, so it doesn't matter.
Yep. Can't strategize.
Keep your thoughts to yourself.
No metagaming.
Keep
over
your dick
here.
holder shut.
Wait.
What? I didn't know that we'd actually set it in action. I thought we were still deciding what we were going to do.
Yeah.
Wow, we look like we're in a nice part of town.
You are. You're actually in.
Say, look at all these houses. These houses look like junk.
This is the low income part, which is
Yeah.
why they live with the
Farm.
farm area, and this is like the hex store part. This is like the richer area, and this is and this is like where the richer shops are. and
So
stuff like
actually,
that.
I picked a good spot for
Yeah,
us
we're fucking
then.
high class.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Like when you guys were staying in those fancy, in like that
I mean,
fancy
we could
hotel, it
probably
was like
just
over
live good
here.
lives not playing the game.
How's
Rich.
that temple look?
We're gonna fight the Cheshire Cat.
Oh, that's even.
That's one of the like bosses.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's boss.
I would like to shoot that.
Go ahead and try.
Hold it
Okay.
up, Jared.
So you were coming from where you guys left to kind of check to see.
And I want to check the gap in the wall.
Okay, where would you like to be on the map? More in the trees or in the sparse?
So I'll stick to the trees until I get kind of straight north of where the break is, and then I would like to head. I guess here I'll come over here.
We need laser pointer.
Yeah, I was about to suggest
We
that.
have one.
A few of them, maybe. Like a red or a green and a blue.
So I'll stay in the tree line.
John would be like, which one?
Here's the break.
I did not mean
It was
that.
like through here.
So I'll stay in the tree line until I'm about here, and then I cut
Okay.
it down.
It's pretty dark right now. There's maybe a guard in each tower. A couple guards walking on the wall lazily. Right. It's been over a week.
Yeah.
It looks like the hole is still completely fucked. There's rubble everywhere. There are like wood logs that have kind of been like put up as this general statement, like, "Hey, you're not supposed to use this hole in the wall."
Yeah.
And there is a number of guards there. Not a huge number, right?
Out on the grass side of the wall.
Out on the grass side of the wall, there's a couple, and on the inside of the wall, you can see them. They're kind of there too.
Okay.
So maybe a total of 5 from where you're standing. You can see in this whole area. So it's not so many that it looks like they're afraid of something, but they want to keep.
Do these appear to be from Bosco's army, or are these like city guards from Mundus?
They look more like Severance forces.
Okay. So, at least some of the army's still here. Do any of them appear to be from Mundus?
Not that you can see.
Okay.
I'm already telling you we shouldn't be here. I hear the music.
That's just
This is what all Attack on Titan music sounds like.
It's Attack on Titan music. We should not be here.
This was just the music I chose.
maybe we.
I'm
were-
sure. It's just
maybe
like
we
you
were
just
the
randomly
Titans.
chose Ryan Johnson as that dude's name.
Purely coincidence.
Yeah. Okay, so up by where the river flows through, how does the river go through the wall? Is there a grate?
Yeah. Think deepening wall kind of thing, right? Like that kind of setup.
Gotcha. Okay. Good enough for me. I think probably entering from the other side of the city would be best. I'm gonna backtrack through the woods and then skirt and follow. Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
At that distance, at this time of night, with
Don't
your
need to roll.
armor, I'm not even gonna make you roll.
I like it.
Like it's not impossible for these morons to see.
I'm gonna make wise decisions, but I'm still gonna kind of hoof it to catch up to them. Then.
Right. Roll initiative. No.
You're good. I was gonna roll.
Yeah, I know. You're gonna please someone let me shoot them with this bow. Believe me, if you need to, I'll let you know.
All right.
But
Nice.
it would be.
Good mustache.
Oh no!
It's Bosco.
It's Bosco. It's only one mustache though.
Yeah.
That's maybe if he doesn't. know
Does he
you're
make
there.
Does he make it back to us?
Yeah, at the how he was whipping around. You guys wanted to come in from the west, right? Yeah. You can all meet up on the west. Now here's the thing. As you are currently, you are a swirling smoke man.
Yeah, like a badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to decide how long you want to be that. They
As long as it's
Well, that's
night.
what we talked about that. Like
Yeah,
whenever we're in
okay.
public, we want to take
Matt,
off our.
he has your helm, so your eyes aren't glowing, but you're still wearing some pretty wicked ass armor, even with the cloak on. Right? Like,
Yeah.
How do I do this?
Thor. So, yeah, you guys can go however you want to go,
Okay.
dressed any way you want to go, and we'll see what happens.
So I'm gonna ask you, like, what did it look like? Did it look like Severance forces were still here, or
Yeah, Severance people on the wall didn't see any Mundus guards. They have half-assed repaired with logs. Looks to be they had a few on the outside and a few on the inside guarding that particular spot, and then about the same amount periodically along the wall.
I'm gonna suggest that we ditch the Mundus plan,
But I
And that we
like the
tried-
Mundus plan.
and we try to send a pigeon from somewhere else, because Severance still is here, still looking for us, obviously, and we're just gonna be walking right into the town. Like, yeah, we're gonna be a little bit conspicuous about it, but
It's only been a week.
Aside
only
from
been a
Matt, they don't even know what they're looking for.
Is there another town close to
Boston
us?
saw us.
Boscone saw him from a distance.
But no, the townspeople know what he looks like, though.
This is a big city.
No, just the people in the temple know what I look
Yeah,
like, right?
it's more along the temple people know him. The people in the town, they don't really care about the fucking statues in the great temple of
Look,
Hexstone.
I mean, those guards are literally gonna be there for one reason: to vet, to see if
You
we're trying
don't
to.
know that.
That's what I'm assuming. You know,
Right,
that's what
I'm just
telling
saying-
you.
But do they
don't
think
know.
that we're stupid enough to do this?
Yeah, they'll never expect
I mean,
us
there's
to
Well, the
show
last
up at this.
thing,
If
the
they
last thing
didn't-
they knew, we ran that way. Why would we show up at this
Hey,
gate?
What I'm
As
saying
my
is that
uncle
why-
used to say,
why-
the closer you are to danger, the further away you are from harm.
But also, why do
Makes
they
perfect
have?
sense. We are by
If
Isengard
they didn't think we were going to come back, then why even have their forces as guards? Why not?
Well, I
just
mean,
have-
they're still trying to
because they're
control the
occupying
town.
Yeah,
the
they
city.
siege the city.
So
Yeah, they're occupying the city. They
That'll
want
be
control of the city.
and
We
the
know
common
this.
soldier. I mean,
Look, we're just trying to get to our shop, right?
yeah.
We'll just coming through the door, nice and quick. Don't stop and talk
And we
to
have the
anybody. Just
deed.
go right up in there and
Mhm.
we'll crash.
Jared has the deed. What if three of you went on the cart? Jared presents the deed. You say, look, we've got some stuff we're wanting to sell. We need to refurnish our shop.
Yeah, we're
Check
here
for
the.
damage. We were out of town while it was
Well,
attacked.
to put everyone at ease, I'll take my,
There's
I'll take my
other
flail,
stuff.
I'll put it in the wagon, cover it up with a blanket,
Yeah.
and then I'll take a spear because they're not looking for a guy in armor with a spear. They're looking for a guy with armor and a flail.
I kind of like the Uller idea of only 3 people walking
Rich.
into town.
The smaller ones
What if I could
are for
hug
like
them
the
in
lesser
the car?
enemies,
Oh, okay.
and then the medium
Yeah, they
ones
won't
are
look
for
like
like
that
the
part.
mid
I thought about
bosses,
that, but if they
and
look
then the
like
big
they're
ones are
What
like,
would they be looking for?
oh no,
Somebody
yeah,
trying
and then
to
you
sneak
got
in.
blanks in
Okay.
case
I'll
you need
run
to
away
like.
really fast.
So that way we don't know.
But honestly, like, it's still 10
Yeah.
p.m.
Wait, why don't
right
why
now?
don't you and Malika come in through one of the other gates posing as a bard looking for work, and you're her friend?
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I like
you're
that.
her man lover.
Yeah.
I like that. Well,
Yeah, I mean it's already 11 o'clock right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, it's getting closer to 11 at this point. It's getting dark.
Okay.
And I mean, me and Uller can set up. I'm
It's
trying to
still
think
nighttime.
because I know I set it up also in someone
well,
else's.
that's another thing.
Richard,
Yeah, that's right.
when I purchased the thing, didn't I set it up in someone else's name besides just mine? Didn't I have it like in a partner's name too, or was it just set up in mine?
You just bought it.
Okay.
Gil A. Gamish.
Nah.
So
Under the name Mike Hunt.
yeah.
Spread my cheeks.
So I like that idea. Me and Malika will go in through a different.
Now he
entrance.
likes the idea.
Yeah. Now he wants to split
Heading
the
straight
party.
for the whorehouse.
Oh, you and Malika, huh?
Looking to play a tune on her
flute.
Wait.
No.
skin flute. I'm an accomplished skin flautist.
Strumming
So-
my
So you've got the deed.
Strumming
Yeah.
her
So-
ham with my fingers.
So we've got the deed as proof. So you three can go in under the assumption that you're going to
work on the shop, set it up, and stuff like that. We had just purchased it a week ago. We're just getting
and
some
I'm her
supplies.
I'm Malika's bodyguard, and we're going to. She just got done, you know.
If I take
That would
my
probably
armor
pull my
off,
hole
does
into
the
the
bow
wagon.
still shimmer,
Huh?
or is it only when I
Pull my
have the
hole
armor
into the
on I
wagon.
can pick the bow up?
No, the bow will
If they
shimmer on its
search
own.
it, then we're screwed. Well, I guess they'll find your flail anyways, and we're screwed anyways.
Right.
I never get to play around.
That's just they know what the flail is.
You're gonna be fun.
When it comes to the bottom of the cart,
I mean, they literally
is it
have to
just
know
like
what the flail is.
flat
They
bottom,
know
sitting
what
on
it
an
is,
axle.
I think. Like
Yeah.
it's the only like it's.
These are just
I didn't know if
simple
there was a way I
But
could
it's the
fix my
old
stuff
like it's
up
gonna be
underneath it.
like even if they don't
Not
know
at
what it
this
is,
point.
they know it's different. They'll look at it and be like, "That's different."
What's that?
The Ohenrock. If they see the Ohenrock, they'll be like, "Oh, that's different."
It's definitely different. If he's not holding it, none of the effects happen. Like it's not sitting there like little silky, smoky threads aren't coming off of it.
If they were checking the wagon and they saw the Ohenrock, would they be like, "Oh shit"? Like they wouldn't like not that they know the Ohenrock, but it's like, "Oh shit, this is a magnificent weapon."
They would be impressed by it
Mhm.
for sure.
Oh, you just
There might be a role involved, but I mean, just because they see you have something awesome
we
doesn't
would
necessarily.
just explain. No, that's not a weapon. That's more like an art project that I was working on for a friend. It's not really wieldable. Try to pick it up.
Yeah,
Well,
good
so
luck with
if it's,
that.
if it's in
Yeah,
a, if
it's
it's
a
in
mantle
cart
piece. It's a
with
mantle
various
piece.
quality pieces,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
I think
I had to make this one specially
But
for.
we were in Mundus for a short amount of time during the night as well because he was praying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were there for a few days.
How well lit was the city inside? Like every corner lit up, or when it gets dark and people go inside?
Depends on the section of the city you're in.
On the side we'd be going to.
Like it's a
Richie
little
side.
bit better lit up.
Okay.
All right, that's where the money is. The east side is the least side.
Yeah.
As we like to say from the west side.
Okay. So I'm also gonna take the sack that has his helmet and also toss it in the cart with, and he's putting his Ohenrock in there as well. I'm just kind of like
Okay.
trying to hide it in there. And I think me and Malika are gonna head in from a different entrance, and those three will enter from. So we'll enter in from more of like the south entrance.
south
and,
entrance?
And they're gonna enter from the west entrance.
That
You
sounded
know what?
like
You
what
got
was
a good
planned.
point. Shink. Let me just carry one sword.
Not a bad idea. So Jared puts one of his big ass swords in. Well, I mean it's a great sword. We won't say big ass. It's
if,
great.
If I'm not wearing the armor, does it swirl?
No.
All right, taking my armor and my bow, putting it in the cart.
Oh.
Probably throw a sack over it or something.
Planning on distracting everyone with his magnificent penis.
Yeah, he's just gonna.
Well, that's gonna be a tough
I'll
roll.
switch into my old shit.
Yeah,
he's
you're
just
right.
hoping there's a female guard, and he's just gonna woo her, and then she's just gonna let
He's
him
gonna be
in.
like,
Well, won't the cowls? But won't the cowl like block some of your gear and stuff like that?
Yeah, but it won't block the mist.
Oh, okay.
I'm literally emanating clouds in a
if
non-magic
you go all
world.
Well, if
suspicious,
you-
you're gonna
if-
be suspicious.
Well, the thing
See,
is,
Matt
then,
knows how to play this.
what we need to do then is get you one of the pipes
merchants.
to where it looks like you're always smoking. That way, you're always.
So I'm covered in smoke and nothing else around me.
Well, you look like you're smoking and you're smoking.
You really like that long body leaf.
Give us a number.
Just walk up doing the song.
I'm gonna like, I kind of want to just like lay like I'm passed out in the cart.
Down from the belly.
He won't
You
let
have
the
slain hundreds of bitches before. Who was the number?
He won't quit chasing those dragons.
Actually, during our travel, I am notably less arrogant about fucking women.
What?
Yeah.
What happened to Wooler?
He's different.
Kind of like a dream just changed him or something,
Yeah.
or a vision, if you will. Something he read that was so moving.
Do you tell us that you didn't actually succeed in betting Julianne?
No,
Okay.
but I don't. But I also don't brag about betting anybody. And notably quiet for somebody who wouldn't shut up about his bow,
Yeah.
with a much less quality bow than what I was carrying.
Julian was actually the maid. I think she was in Mundus. Was she the one? Was she in?
No,
Mundus?
she wasn't in Mundus. She was in Ashen.
Ashen.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
It was a sweet, sweet piece of action.
Okay.
Just a little
No,
piece of
I'm
the
just-
Ashen.
Seemed more subdued as we
Nate.
move along.
All right.
More,
Well, that'll be up to you to play it that way.
yeah.
But you can tell them this is kind of the attitude I've been trying to have. What
Yeah.
we've noticed.
Well, we haven't really done any traveling roleplay, that's why.
Yeah.
I don't think we actually pay attention to it.
So yeah, I take off my shit, put it in the cart, grab a regular, my old +1 or whatever. I'll just grab a regular short bow, and yeah, I'm gonna stay right by the cart.
I'm kind of an inconspicuous warrior as it is. Like the only thing special about me is I have studded leather anyways and a gi arm. Like I don't know how our gi arm is like very rare in this land. Okay, that's what I figured. Yeah, I'll just.
I figure archers are not rare.
I am carrying that spear, and I want to try to carry myself like I'm like kind of tired from walking.
Okay.
As we pull up, it's my turn. I don't give a witch's tit.
And you have one sword, one great sword. Your swords don't match, so it's not like they're like looking at they
Swords
wouldn't
are
look at your
but
sword
naked.
and look at the sword and be like, what
Poor
you care
Sam.
about, kind of thing.
Dude, that's what we should have
So
done.
you're gonna your basic stuff
Yeah. And the cow and just one great sword.
sounds very Gatsu.
You should have told.
They had like little.
So now that
like,
we've done this,
like
we-
sword
So when
sketches in
when the
back.
town's in flames behind me and I had to like that one eye just
So it's too late now, but we should have totally done what we just talked
The
about.
Knight's Tale
What we-
approach.
the Knight's Tale.
I
We should have
show
just sent
butt
John
naked.
up there butt ass naked to the garden and be like, I need a place to stay. Like I just lost all of my money gambling. Like I just need a place to stay for
That
the
would be
night.
really cool.
I'm a
That would've
poet.
been really cool.
Part of a
butt ass
man that
naked.
simply has nothing left to do except to soldier on.
That'd have been great.
Relations.
It totally would have worked too. They would have
Could
never
have splintered
expected.
in your
They
foot.
never would have expected a legendary warrior to show up butt ass naked.
No one expects the bare ass
I've been gambling a lot.
Inquisition.
Could you please show mercy and let me in?
Alright, so which group would we like to do first?
I think me and Maluka would probably because
Yeah.
they would be
Yeah, for
continuing
sure.
on as me and her.
I feel like that'll be the most successful.
Yeah.
So
Well,
do
we'll
the
let fate decide that, sir.
do the three of us need to leave while you do this? Oh, okay.
We just have to go.
No, you can just be like, this is player knowledge, not character knowledge, and then they can tell you the story. Or, if they really fuck up, you're going to probably hear about it as it's happening.
And see him die.
Oh my god, he killed a guy!
Wait, isn't that? Oh,
If Adel dies,
that
I'm
is
joining
his
with
head.
Bosco.
Yeah.
I'm growing a mustache.
I know Callion likes to jump, but out of a catapult?
Fuck me, you cleared it. Oh, nope, that was the mountain.
I knew
I
I
heard
was.
him yell Kobe. He should be okay.
Threw him, Uncle Rico. Back in '89, you could throw a football over those mountains.
John Elway.
No, like Bo.
Like, oh.
All right, see if you guys get through.
Alright. I know Adel's making some notes. How many more notes are you making, Adel?
Good. I mean, yeah, I'm just noting as we're going. I don't want to stop because I'm noting. Like,
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to get it in while
I have
there's a
to
small
piss,
break.
so I was just
Oh,
trying
go ahead and take a piss then.
All right, guys. Wally's
Open your
gone.
mouth.
Need Gatorade bottles down here.
Yeah, right. Where's the water?
Those come in handy.
Lemon lime Gatorade bottles.
Oh,
that
yeah.
way it's just
So-
it's like it's like a game of roulette.
So like Matthew and his mom and his siblings, they all went to Disney, right? Because she's a travel agent. She works like doing Disney vacations. So they needed someone to drop them off and pick them up. So I dropped them off and picked them up from the airport, which is cool because I've never picked up or dropped off anyone from the airport before. It was kind of fun. But the one day, what happened was I dropped them off, and halfway there, I was like, oh shit, I gotta pee. And I was like, well, I could probably stop at somewhere at the airport, but there was no opportunity. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna go get Taco Bell anyways. I'll stop at the first Taco Bell I see, and just run in and go pee. I stopped at 2 separate Taco Bells, and the lobby was not open at either one of them. And after the second one, I'm like, I'm gonna have to do this one way or another. So I was digging through the back of the van trying to find 2 bottles. So I was like, one of these bottles is not gonna do.
Oh, just to take a piss?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd have peed on the grass or whatever.
I'd have found a homeless guy and peed on him.
No, I'm super worried because just some random kid looking over while you're have your wang out trying to pee is the easiest way to get on the sex offender list.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
One list I don't want to be on ever.
Listen, it's not the easiest way.
I'd rather be on the terror watch list.
Yeah.
It's at least I could brag about that.
I mean, I guess if you piss in front of enough kids, you'd make the terrorist watch list. And you'd be a sex offender. Two birds with one stone kind of thing.
All right,
The ultimate plan.
Yeah, there's that.
Go to a preschool, piss out their windows.
Walk into the classroom.
God,
piss
picking
on
them up
all.
was a fucking nightmare though, because that was during the day where all the storms were going through here. So there was 3 accidents on the way there. I had to drive through, and then I finally get there, and I'm like, I messaged Matthew. I'm like, hey guys, I'm here. Just let me know when you guys are walking to the door. And they're like, we had to stop in Ohio because of the weather. They couldn't land, so we had to refuel in Ohio. So they were still however long Ohio was away from here by plane.
They were Ohio away from.
Yeah.
That's the
Ohio. And let's hope we don't have one of them. I tell you.
For real. That's a lot of heroin.
They said they're going to take me to Disney next time they go, though. And I'm very excited because I want to see all the Star Wars shit.
Yeah.
All right, you fools.
All Ray.
Fly, you lovers.
So, first up, Callie.
Yep.
Malika.
Are you not doing anything?
Oh,
That's you.
I thought I was waiting for you. We're walking up to the south gate. As she's as entertainer and I'm as bodyguard.
Okay, do it.
We walk toward the south gate.
All right.
Inconspicuous, just normally,
What do you mean fly
got-
casually? I don't know. Fly casually.
Fly, you fool.
All right. As you walk up to the
Casually.
gate, you notice that because you've been here before, it's a mixture of there's a few Mundus guards and one Severance guard.
Okay.
So it's not all the Mundus people have been cleared out or anything like that. There's
Okay.
one Severance guy, there's one Mundus guy, and that's all you can tell from this point
Okay.
as you're coming up to the gate. As you approach the gate, one of the Mundus guys is, "Halt! State your business."
Just coming here to get some rest while she performs. She would probably be the one that's talking, though.
Yeah.
So.
So she would kind of come up and she knows how to play the role. She's been taught. She's like, "Oh, ha, ha," she's cute. Yeah.
And just remember,
She gets the girls out and proud. Her stuff's kind of pulled down a little bit. Guard's kind of trying not to stare at him. He's trying because he's trying to be cool,
When you're a
but
drummer, you show off the bongos.
yeah, he's trying to be cool, but you can tell his ears are a little bit red. He's a little bit flushed, and she's
Armor's
just
still
talking
tighter.
about, she has her lute and blah blah blah, and she's gonna play. And he finds that interesting, and he's like, okay, well, who's this? And she's like, oh, that's my bodyguard. He comes with me to make sure, I'm okay. It's dangerous for someone like me to be traveling out at night. I don't know, making all this shit up as I go, kind of like she would.
Yeah.
And he goes, okay, well, where are you going to be playing then? And she's like, and she kind of looks at you.
Is it like, we're not planning on playing here, we're traveling through. Like, this is just the place we need to stop while we're making our way through.
Oh, where are you headed?
We're heading towards Ashen.
Oh, Ashen. Yeah. Ashen. Okay. And he's like, blah, 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 blah. Blah. Blah, blah, blah. All right. I don't remember what it cost last time.
Do you speak drunken guard? It depends on who you are if you get in.
Manipulated by like the parents from Charlie Brown.
So he kind of like, he kind of like looks at her, and looks at you, and he's like, 5 gold to get in.
I'm gonna look at her and be like, you got, you paid all the money. So,
5 gold to get in.
We left with like.
no, I'm saying that to
5,000 gold
Malika.
worth of
No, he's
platinum
looking
pieces.
at you.
Oh,
Like, he's not interested in whether or not she has any money. He's telling you it's 5 gold to get in.
okay. We give him 5 gold.
Oh. Fucking idiot.
I'm not gonna.
Looking through for a blowjob.
Okay.
That way.
He's just sitting there like, so I got 5 gold. This is awesome.
Start my own town.
And he's got 5 gold, and he's like, talking to the other guys and shit. He's like, I got some money. And you two are just gonna start walking and heading towards wherever you want to head, I guess.
Yeah. We're gonna make our way toward.
Hey, what's up?
I was getting bored, so I just came down here.
Yep. There's nothing to roll for currently, but you can be down here.
There's we're just gonna head toward.
You could take a seat.
We're gonna just head toward the establishment that they
That way you
had.
can see better.
What?
We're just gonna head toward the kind of make our way toward the establishment that they had.
Where?
There's a
Here.
seat there, or no, that's the
store?
cot.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
store.
like that.
So yeah, if you grab the seat, you can move it over there, and you can just sit right there. That way you're closer, and you can see the stuff.
All right. Well, there wasn't really too much. I mean, as you enter, it really doesn't look like too much different in the sense of like guards and stuff. Right? It's not like it doesn't look like a country that is just
Watch his
recently
arm,
been
Matt.
occupied by a military force.
Watch his arm. He's a little bit of a pencil. You might
There's definitely a
snap
severance
Oh, he's
presence,
much more durable than he looks.
but
it. Oh, okay, cool.
it doesn't
I'm
look
just trying to
like
figure out how am I
Yeah,
gonna get
and
it
while we're
across.
making our way through, I'm just I'm keeping my head down, and I just tell Maluka to kind of. When we fought Vascone, did he get a good look at any of us?
not really.
Okay, then I'm just gonna
Not
walk.
really.
I'm not gonna keep my head down. I'm just gonna walk as if we were normally walking. Then.
What you do notice is that there is some fair amount of damage to the city. There's smaller boulders, rocks, kind of strewn throughout that just feel off. Like that wasn't there before. Look, it's like destroyed the ground it landed on. This building's fucked. This one burned and stuff like that. But it's not like the city is trashed. But they've definitely sustained some damage. And that's what you can tell as you begin walking towards the shop that you're trying to get to. All right, you three.
Is there a line at the gate, or is it?
No, not really. It's pretty clear. It's like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
I mean, we're pretty much set. I'm the one with the deed and everything.
All right.
Okay.
So you're just kind of moseying on
You
up.
want to do the talking?
Yeah, I'll do most of the talking.
Is it gonna be weird for them to see you giant?
Is it weird that what?
Is it gonna be weird?
Well,
for
I'm
them
the
to see
one
us
who
walking up
owns-
with a giant boar.
You're also
Is that
the
like
one
a
that
weird
has
animal?
the least
Maybe,
diplomacy
but
and
we're
craft,
coming
I think.
from
Craft. You said craft.
we're coming from the side closest to a coast,
Well, I
so I
mean-
think our best thing is that we are
Uller could
just
talk,
off of the ship.
but I'm
Okay,
also the
that
one
makes
that
sense.
like owns that owns the business.
Well, they don't
Yeah.
know. They don't know who the name on the deed is attached to. It's not like they've seen. It's not like your
Yeah,
pictures
we've
on
been
it.
using fake names anyway, so
Yeah.
we should be fine.
Yeah. but
You
still.
want- You want
he
me
wants
to-
to do it.
Okay.
We'll let him do it.
That's fine.
Rolling for initiative.
Oh crap!
That's what we will be doing.
In a moment. In a moment.
But
Alright,
you're
so-
pretty much gonna be one of my. The best way to think about it is,
Advisor.
I guess you would be one of the visors. You would be like my bodyguard in a way, or like one of my other merchant friends, kind of thing. I think merchant friend would
Merchant
work
friend
better.
walking around in big ass plate mail.
I'm like a real good friend.
Are there
He's
any,
very
Are
religious.
there any coastal towns that we would have heard people talking about?
Not at this point, no.
Okay. Cool.
All right, so you guys look it up, and one of the Mundus guards walks up and he's, hold, state your business.
I have a deed for our shop over here. I'm actually coming back to our shop. We've been a little bit out for a while, gathering up some supplies and whatnot to start opening up the shop.
What shop is this?
I look back at the deed and everything. It's going to be for, what do we, the
Armor.
weapons and
Yorkshire
armor.
Arms and Armory.
Yorkshire, bleh.
Yorkshire Arms and Armor.
Yorkshire Arms and Armory.
Okay, let me see. Your paperwork's up. Blah, blah. He calls over another guy. Blah, 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 blah. The guy's like, oh, I know that place. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. They sharpened my sword, you know, a couple weeks back. Blah, blah, blah. Cool dude. Okay. Talked about retiring. He must have sold the place. Yeah.
Do I hear them say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the one who bought it, actually.
Oh, they come over and they're like, oh, you're bringing in some fresh equipment.
Yeah.
What do you got?
We got
So
some.
now like 3 or 4 guys have kind of like made their way over because they're like, oh, Yorkshire, like people know Yorkshire
Mhm.
Arms and Armor, so they're kind of making their way over to your cart, right? They're like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like they're they're not like walking over like,
Yeah.
right? They're just like, oh,
No. I'm like, yeah, we've got some armors coming in, some weapons, this and that. Trying to mix it up a little bit, maybe branch out a little bit into some special equipment, if you will.
Like what? What are you talking about?
I don't know. Some people like the bigger blades. As I go like that a little bit,
Whoa, this shit. That's
Yeah.
a pretty big blade.
and then there's like we have one that is for a special customer of mine. They wanted a mantelpiece over their fireplace, a high rich buyer kind of thing.
They're all
And I just like I
they know the type, right? They're on. That's the side of the wall they're on.
yeah,
They're like these guys. They're like, oh.
and I show the flail.
And they're just like, that's stupid.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mostly pot metal.
It's
They're
like,
just like-
I mean that's so huge.
Like it's not even usable. These
Yeah.
rich fuckers.
The guy that said sharpened his sword. What kind of sword does he have? Is it a long sword?
Yeah.
I'm gonna like grab the +1 longsword out of the wagon
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of nudge him and be like, maybe get some new customers, have a repeat here.
I see what you're saying. That might work out pretty good.
The guy's kind of like. Kind of heard. You know, he's not stupid. He's like,
I mean, it's a good way to
I mean, we're looking
I
for
mean,
business. It would
yeah,
be
it'd
smart
be a
for
good
us
way to like. I mean, why don't you
spread
take a
the
look
word.
at it, see how it looks compared to your other one?
okay.
check
Kinda
the
like
balance on it.
Mm-hmm.
Checks it. He's like, God, dude, this is nice. Like, it's not too good hand in hand. Nice rounded pommel, so you can really get in there. They're kind of like, oh,
As he stabs the other guard.
very sharp. I'm like, okay. Like at this point, the Severance guy is now interested because like everyone's kind of curious what's going on. You know, everyone's kind of gathering. They're not doing their job. They're
Well, it's at night. No one's gonna be
no one's
busy.
got anything to do.
Yeah.
The other guy was like fucking drunk. He just wants to extort people for gold. That's the door you guys went in the last time. It was the
It's the
southern
same
door.
guard. Fuck that guy. We're going to the south. Put my arm
So
off.
like they're all, so the Severance guy comes over and he's a little bit more on the straight and narrow, right? Like he's not just you have a sword, right? Like
What's
he's
this?
Yeah, he's kind of walking up and he looks at you and this is some guy in studded armor. He looks at you like, Okay.
You know, I'm like leaning up against my spear, like,
Okay.
What kind of weapons he wear?
Oh,
The Severance guy.
the Severance guy. He has a sword.
Longsword?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We happen to have another +1 longsword.
No, it's not that. no, the way that
So
OC, the better way to handle this situation is to mock them in front of the other ones because there's 3 against 1 right
That's
now.
a good idea.
Kind of joking around.
I
But
mean,
we'll see how this
you're
plays
you're
out.
the shop owner.
Yeah.
I'm just the assistant.
So Matt looks like he's getting ready to pass out. He's just kind of looking at him. He's like heavily armored. Okay.
Do we
He's-
notice
he's
him
carrying-
doing this or?
I don't know.
Okay.
You could roll. Tell me.
I don't want to be the. Actually, I'll take the first roll.
Roll a d20.
What do the other guards act like when this guy walks up? Are they look kind of annoyed, or are they?
They kind of ignore him.
Okay.
And what would this be under sense motos or search or what?
Let's see. There's search. There's listen.
Diplomacy.
No. He's just trying to notice if how
Oh.
the guy's looking.
Spot.
Spot. Yeah.
Spot. So that would be 4 and 9 is 13.
Yeah, it's not that hard to tell. I mean, he's just doing his job.
Mm-hmm.
So you notice that he's kind of like, he's eyeing Tristel. He looks at Uller, kind of disregards him because she's just wearing crap.
I am run of the mill.
Yeah. He looks at you. You just look like a basic dude. You're wearing a chainmail shirt. You're coming in late. You got a shitload of stuff you could be jumped for, so it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
He's just kind of like, okay, but he's definitely got his eye on Matt because he's the most heavily armored of the group.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's just like, oh, what do you got here? And they're all like, oh, you sword, Yorkshire Arms and Armor.
Mhm.
Guys like, I don't know, this, whatever. They're just like, this fucking idiot. Right? Like, he's not from
check it
around
out.
here. Like,
Yeah.
you don't know. You don't know. And so they're just kind of like, blah, blah, blah. And he's looking, right? He's like, well, what else you got in there?
I mean, just basic weapons, armor, and stuff like that.
I'll start listing it all off,
Okay.
like all the basic shit.
Like
and
you
then
have the ledger kind
Yep.
of thing, and he's just like,
I'm gonna just start listing the most mundane shit and the longest,
oh
most
my
drawn
God,
out way
he's-
I can.
He's
'cause
getting
I'm
bored. He's
weird.
like, all right, well, take care of them. God, fucking. I hate this place.
Why are we in this backwater hole of a town?
This is ridiculous.
Had a week and I can already
And I'm
feel
just gonna be
stupid.
super grump. Thank you, my lords. We are very wary from the road.
So the other guys are just like, well, they're gonna hand you back like the +1 sword.
I
Mhm.
nudge him.
Yeah, no. Keep it for right now.
Really?
Just help
Word of
us
mouth.
out a little bit.
Best advertising there is.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Thanks, guys.
When you need an edge, bring it back.
Tell the Severance guy to get the fuck out of the way. Let him in! Yeah, Yorkshire Arms and Armor. Let him in. And the guy's like, I should have Eric give you a demo, but he probably swings it better than the guard does. Eric can swing a
I'm gonna
sword.
get a
Yeah,
promotion
he can
for
do
sure.
shit. He's all excited, you know. Everyone's kind of looking at it like, "Fuck! I wish I would have walked up." You know, they're kind of looking as your cart, and you guys are walking in like, "Oh man, could have got a new sword." And you guys make your way in, and you see the same thing that Matt sees. It's still primarily a Mundus occupation, from what you can see as far as like guards that are in there. Similar to the door, it was like there was like 3 or 4 Mundus guys and 1 Severance guy, and they thought he was a piece of trash. Like that was pretty easy to pick up on.
Oh yeah.
And you guys are really close to where you need to be, and so you see some damage from the catapults and stuff like that. You know, a couple broken down buildings, crushed buildings, a couple burned buildings, rocks, larger rocks where they shouldn't be. You can tell them tore up the ground some. Even in the rich area sustains some damage too. And that's where you're at right now. So currently,
So what's happening? Was it like an earthquake?
no, the city got sieged. So they came in through this way, and you guys came in through this way. So Adel, I don't know if you wanted to walk up through the town center and then walk around this way, or whatever you were planning on doing it. But you guys come in here, and if you want, you can cut straight through.
Well, I think
Yeah, it
for
would make
maybe
sense for us to go straight to the
for
shop.
Edel and them, they should go to like.
we're on our own anyways.
Yeah,
So.
you don't
Yeah.
get to say.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what we're trying to make sure everyone plays their own character.
Yeah.
I think it would make
So how
sense
do
for
you
us to
think
go
you would
straight
like
to
to
the
get
store.
through?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's plenty of.
Just
I want to go
we would
check
just
on
walk
the.
in normally as possible.
Donkey?
Just through the main roads.
To
Not
the,
trying
to,
to
the,
get
to the main city center.
Just
yeah,
get
to
to
the main
the
city
store
center
and
and then just walk.
Kind of
where
like
is
Probably
our-
tell
where
me to
would our-
unload, then you can go
Yeah. So
see about
I
a
would-
stable for our pig.
Or you want to go here?
No, we have a
and
stable
down,
in the back.
Or here and
I
up?
know. I'm just giving you an excuse to want to
What are
go
those
to it.
gate things there?
These?
Since
Yeah.
you're the shop owner.
It's like they're like arches.
Up
Okay.
the
So
door,
they're
you
not
start
gates.
taking the
I would
stuff
just
in with them and
I would
stuff.
just walk through
I'm
the
gonna
middle
go
of the-
take the pig around
Here,
to the
and then
back.
go around the
Yeah,
stuff.
and
Braid
then
it to a
I would
donkey.
just be keeping an eye out, just if
Donkey
anything,
pig.
like
Oh no.
anything looks suspicious as well. Like
Oh, you'll
Okay, now
probably see
wait.
some
What
stuff.
was the male? What was the female?
And you guys are just gonna turn left and go this way,
We're gonna walk through the rich area.
right there. Okay, as you can see, there is like a stables, and there's like a place to keep some animals there. Like the rich people have horses and stuff. Sometimes they're
But didn't the back of our building have like a little fenced-in stable area?
yeah.
Okay.
Like the roof of it comes over it.
Oh,
in the
okay.
back. So
Like
the
a
roof
carport.
extends past the house, and you kind of have like a covered stable area.
Okay.
For a donkey.
Had a covered stable area. It's really hard to say so right now. So you guys turn left, and everything aside from the damage seems pretty normal. Like it's still pretty well lit. Not a lot of action going on.
Wait, was that part like destroyed?
This part?
Well, it's all highlighted.
Like the majority of the city, this is where the attack came from. So
Alright, so like those houses appear to be highlighted.
these, no, that's just how it came out because they're bigger and more expensive. These are smaller, where the poor people live. You see, they have their own little church over here, blah blah blah. Like they don't even get to go to the
Yeah, the damn pores.
yeah. Adel, you and Malika are making your way up, and as you're making your way up here, you notice that there's an awful large amount of light coming from the city
Where
center,
the army's occupying.
right? Well, an awful lot of light from the city center compared to like the poor area or even the rich area. As you come through the archway,
before we go through the archway, can we notice anything else about the?
well, you see it as you come up to the archway. The city center's a wreck, like catapult balls that all like hit here and hit here, like made their way towards. You could tell that as you're walking up, you can tell there was a lot of combat. And in the city center, there's a gallows, a very large constructed gallows. That's where they hang people.
Yeah.
And there's a few bodies hanging from it.
Swing set.
Yeah, swing set.
Oh, they're just hanging around.
They look like people that were wearing. You recognize the garb from the cathedral,
The priests.
right? It doesn't look like commoners are hanging from it or anything like that. Doesn't look like nobles, but they look like the garb from people from the main cathedral. Who? It would be hard to say. You know it's not Ryan Johnson, because that dude got turned to paste. Crystal made sure of that. But this is what you see as you're approaching, and there's not a lot of activity in that area.
Okay. I'm gonna decide to right before we get to the temple. I'm gonna decide to skirt left into the.
Right before you get to the arc.
Yep. To turn that little roadway to the left.
Okay.
I'm gonna decide to take that.
That really doesn't draw any attention because most people stay the fuck out of there. That's pretty normal for people to skirt the town center.
Yeah.
So you're gonna come around this way, come around, and then come around that way.
Yep.
Okay. So that's not too odd. You guys are making your way through. You have your cart, and they already know that Arms and Armory guys are here, and so you should be able to get to your shop or what's left of it without too much trouble.
Okay.
All right, let's take a break. All right, break's over. I just wanted this donkey cake and this Mountain Dew.
No!
All that's left of the donkey. It's a singular cake.
It's probably delicious.
It tastes.
It's a piece of bird.
I just wanted to burrow it into my mouth.
Camel tastes a lot like pork sausage.
No. This is my first one.
Oh, Matt.
Yeah.
You hook a brother up with a Baja Blast.
Like a regular one?
Non-zero, please. I like hair on my chest. You got
Matt, can you bring the peanut butter pretzels?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Actually, can you get me a zero Mountain Dew? I'll go for
Blast
the blue
Ha-Ha.
one.
Wait, what?
You mean a Zero Monster?
No,
These?
no, the Monster Zero Blues. What did I say?
There's too many different things in here.
Yeah, that one.
You said Mountain Dew Zero Blue.
Oh, okay.
You
sorry.
did say Baja. The word Baja came out of your mouth.
I wouldn't doubt it right now. I need another monster.
Everyone needs a little bit of caffeine right now. All right. So as you guys approach your shop, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Shop is still there.
Oh.
I'll kill that fucking donkey.
No, you will not, sir.
The shop is still there.
Yeah.
The donkey is not.
Oh.
Who would have fed it for a week?
They conscripted it.
Arburo.
Conscripted into the fucking army.
He's a war donkey now.
He's a ward. He's got a helmet.
Boscone rides it into battle like a
Captain
mission.
Shaggy.
Bosco rides the donkey now at full
You
mast.
guys abandoned the donkey. The donkey knows who you are. He will lead Bosco to you.
Oh.
Good.
That's a bitter ass donkey.
Bring that mustachioed. Fuck.
I
Did
would
you say
like to keep playing this
pistachio?
campaign.
Mustachioed.
I'd like to keep playing this campaign, please.
Yeah, he'll walk in expecting a weapon, and I'll deliver a couple arrows.
And then he'll deliver his sword into your skull.
I will deliver his body.
He doesn't use a sword.
Yeah.
He uses a glaive.
It's hard to swing inside.
You would like to think so.
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
You'd like to think so.
Just gotta fight him in crowded
The
areas.
blade is difficult to
He'll
swing
kill
inside,
everyone
but
around
it's
you.
not too hard to stab inside.
Yeah.
The glaive?
Yeah.
There's a skill called short hack.
Mm-hmm.
You can use a long reach weapon in close.
I knew he was overcompensating.
So, you guys come to your shop and it's cool, right? You still got the key.
Mm-hmm.
The key still works. The shop hasn't been touched, but the donkey's gone.
Aw, crap.
No one was there to feed it.
I didn't like the donkey.
As long as we don't have a dead body donkey in the back.
The donkey made my life hell when I was trying to get back to
Somebody just grabbed it while they were fleeing the city or whatever, right?
It was freaking out because shit was flying everywhere.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure one of our
people were
neighbors,
freaking out, too.
or maybe the
Fuck the
original.
donkey.
Whatever. The
We can
donkey's
buy a new
somewhere
one.
fine, living its life. It's
Yeah,
cool.
I hope it got conscripted, and I hope Boscone's fucking it.
Well, that donkey only served you well.
Not during when I needed him the most.
Don't do it! Oh, no, don't go that way! I'm trying to help you!
I'll make waffles.
Alright, what would you guys like to do? You're at your shop, you got your little piggy, you notice as you go to look at your stable, the back of the stable is a little fucked up, like something broke it.
Okay. So we'll need to like
From
push.
the air or from the ground?
From the ground, because the ceiling, the overhang of it's still fine.
Okay.
So something either broke in or broke out.
They don't
See,
broke out.
donkey's
I
fine.
mean,
Donkey
it's
got-
been
donkey
1
got
week.
away.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I go to
Big.
do a quick repair or use the wagon. As long as I can see that the board could not escape the pin area. That's what my main concern is right now. It's like to get the wagon and get the
Like you
pin.
said, just time up.
Yeah.
But you can also do that.
Yeah.
Is there any how's the garbage work here? Do people just kind of throw their shit in the gutters or?
On the rich side, no. They have people from the poor side that come gather the garbage and take it wherever it is they need to take it.
Do I see any poor people walking with like a bunch of like food scraps since it's late at night, like dinner's over? Damn it.
Not this lady.
Okay. How far away is the closest inn?
Closest in would be more in. Like this area over here.
Okay.
Like this is like some shops and stuff like that. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the inn here.
Okay, so on the same block just across the street.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop over there. I'm not gonna have my bow or anything with me, just still my regular garb. Still have the arm gauntlet though.
Yep. That doesn't look unusual.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk right up to the inn keep, ask them if they've got any food scraps I can buy to feed my hog.
Oh, they'll be like, in the back. I don't know.
They're quite good.
They're kind of. It seems kind of odd to them
Can you throw me
that
one?
you're on the rich side of town.
Can you throw me
I'm
one?
gonna explain to
Just
them
throw me
that
one.
my
don't
boss, whatever name he put on the title, just bought arms and armor across the street.
Oh,
We'll hook you
Yorkshire
up.
arms are
Yeah, we're trying to get back in business.
Oh,
We've got a pretty big pig that hauls our cart around.
Oh, yeah, they think that's stupid, but okay.
It's very dumb, but he's sturdy.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
We love that pig.
Yeah, well,
And I look
scraps are out back.
I look super serious when I say I'm like, yeah, it's pretty great. I love that pig.
Just go talk to one of the cooks out there.
I go out back and grab some scraps.
Best of luck to you guys.
Just like lean in really close. This pig is very dear to me.
I love that pig.
They're like,
I
oh,
don't
that-
know you.
that John Yorkshire, he was talking about retiring.
Yeah.
Wanted to get into carpentry or furniture or something like that.
Hey, what a loser.
Tables.
Somebody
he
choose
got
those.
out. That son of a bitch got out right at the right time.
Yeah.
Before this,
It's almost like he.
you can see he wants to
looks around.
say something about Severance, and then he just kind of like stops talking as he kind of looks around to see who's around. He's just like, well, you got out at the right time.
I kind of wink at him, like I caught it. I'm like, stop by anytime. We'll hook you up with a good deal if you need a cutlery sharp.
I'll keep that in mind. Never know when you might need something these days.
And then I walk back, grab the scraps, go feed the pig.
All right, you got food for the pig. What is there anything in particular you guys want to do?
There's no way the pig's running away.
I'm just setting up the basic area for the pig, and then just starting to bring in the equipment.
Okay.
Nope. Just try. I'm just gonna get ready for bed.
Okay.
Like-
Yeah, I mean there was an entire like, it was the shop underneath if you remember, and then there was like an entire like
Live up
house
area. Yeah.
above.
Living quarters.
Yeah. Had multiple bedrooms. Like it was.
It had like 3 or 4 bedrooms, like
They
kitchen,
weren't like
and a
you know
front room.
master suites or anything like that.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Was there a safe in the house or in the shop at all? Like a big one that would hold stuff? Or...
No, I don't think there was anything large. Right. Like there's your
Maybe a
typical
lockbox.
like lock boxes and stuff like that, but not like a huge gun
Alright,
safe.
so all the fancy shit going upstairs in the house.
Okay.
All the mundane shit I'm just gonna start putting on racks. And then the +1 longsword that we still have, I'm gonna lay on the counter. And then I'm gonna go upstairs and
Alright. Adam's
the
getting
door.
ready for bed.
Actually,
What
we
about
can
you,
probably
Tristan?
hang that above behind the
Like we're right
counter.
here, right?
Yep.
Like, were there a lot of like guards walking around?
There were some guard like
Oh, by the way, I'm going to explain to them what we saw in the city center.
oh yeah, you're gonna let them know
Yeah.
that shit's fucked up in the city
Yeah, I'm
center.
gonna be like, I saw.
That might change your mind a little bit.
I'm gonna
Nope,
say
going to the
like
city
we-
center.
I'm pretty sure Hextor priests were hanging like from the gallows and made to be examples.
So you're here. So there's like guards walking through casually. A little. There's more Mundus guys than Severance guys, but it's not like. It doesn't feel like a curfew kind of thing,
yeah,
right? There's
we're
more.
not like occupied France by Nazis kind of.
Yeah. There's a decent amount of guards walking
Good
through
way
the
of putting
rich
it.
area, the rich side, as you would expect, because we're keeping the poors out.
How heavy were the guards in the town center?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
They were. It wasn't necessarily full of guards, but there was a lot of light coming from it. And we could see people hanging, and it kind of seemed like an area people didn't go
I
into.
am not a
Yeah.
robot.
It's the place where they're sending a message to Mundus.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh my god, there's
Not
that
for them,
many
it's
of these in here?
Which is really cool for
Oh,
us.
we did get them from
Holy shit.
Sam's Club.
I didn't realize there were that many of these things in there.
Yeah,
The
man.
box is 30.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a calorie.
Eat up.
thing.
You wish.
30 per bite, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little wafer
All right.
thing is 30.
So you're out of the building,
Yeah.
and you're kind of like taking in the streets. And
well, first I'm doffing my armor.
does that mean taking off?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's an actual word. I didn't know.
Yeah. I thought that's what it meant.
Gandalfing.
I'm gonna put that cloak back on.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna go.
And you do have like casual clothes on, right?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
First
Like,
name's Dick, last name's the
like, come
flopping.
down this way.
Had the, just had the cowl on and just
come around
walking
here,
through
like,
with just
stand
the
right here
cowl.
and, like,
Iron
check
King
out
of
the
the
front of the temple.
Okay. So as you're walking, it's funny how are you walking? How are you walking around? Can you describe it to
Much
me?
faster.
Um,
With less clinking.
Yeah. Although that armor doesn't really weigh him down much. It,
I don't know. Like,
I don't give you enough of these things.
flying
They
casual.
do if you dip
Okay.
it.
So, like
Or
the guards
take one of
notice
them.
you, but you know,
Put it in there.
like as they see you leaving, like the building, the guards closer over there, they're just kind of like, oh, whatever. He should be here. He just left arms and armory. Like it's well known on all of Mundus really, but like the people for the most part really like the store. Like it's always good deals. You know, like even the guards were like excited when they found out like you ran Yorkshire, right? So you're making your way around
And then
to
we
this
leave
guards,
again.
and they pretty much just
We'll hire
ignore you
somebody.
for the most
Oh, we need to actually.
as you get into the
I had somebody hired before.
religious
Could
part
be
of the
swinging in the
town,
center town.
there's definitely a higher severance presence. You notice that the amount of severance guards picks up, and as you get here, there's a lot more severance guards around the outside of the building, but the building itself doesn't look like it's sustained any damage.
It's called the severance package.
Nice.
It was like over here.
Oh, okay.
So, but like this part over here, because like one of the towers the guys was in towards the back got absolutely wrecked, right? But towards the front, nothing really happened.
I don't want to stand here and like check out the front of it and see what the situation was.
Okay, yeah, there's a much larger severance guard presence here, and you don't really see any Mundus guards over there whatsoever.
Alright. I'll just go back.
Okay. You're going to report all that to the group when you get back?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so everything I told him, he's going to tell you, and we don't have to say it.
Cool.
What?
So this is daytime, right?
No, it's still
No,
nighttime.
No,
it
we
is
still haven't
getting,
slept.
it's about midnight now. And as you walk back, you notice that like the guards seem a little bit more annoyed that you're still outside at this point. They're like, God, what the fuck's up with this guy? Like, why is he still out here?
Had shit.
Sorry guys, it's gonna be explosive. And so yeah, you make it back to the shop without any real like problems.
Alright. And then I go to sleep.
All right. You guys use a safe tent?
Yeah. We saved the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you die,
Always.
you get to come back to right here at this point.
And die again.
And yeah, that
Are you kidding? I saved before we entered the town.
3 times just to make sure.
Yeah.
I saved in my
Two
pants.
different save slots.
Yeah. The safe spot in the backup safe spot.
When I used to run my Fallout campaign, once per session I would give them a quick save. And
Yeah.
if they fucked up and died, I would let them go back to that point.
Yeah, they
So-
don't get that and they know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if one of them die, they have to wait for the others to finish like 7 years from today. All right. It's morning time. You guys are all rested. You don't have any fatigue. Whatever clerical spells you would have had, you have. Like, you haven't run into any sort of encounters.
I'm going to take Tristel's helmet to fill up a bucket of water. Feed the pig.
The water glows red.
As the guards look at me like, fucking rich people.
Yeah, they would be too. They'd be like, "Fuck this guy."
This helmet costs what I make 3 years.
Pig eats better than me.
Pig's eating better than me. Fucking pig. So it's morning time. You guys have a shop. You notice that people are starting to walk around again.
Mostly people dressed well, but you do see some people that look like they don't fit in as they're coming around. But no one's really coming into the shop yet. You just see that there is now a slight increase in traffic as it's morning. People could be going to work. They could be shopping. You have no idea.
Was there any stock in the shop when we bought it?
Yes, there was some stock in the shop. Because he sold Jared everything as it was, like the dude just wanted out.
And did we have someone like watch the shop for us while we were gone?
I said I locked the door.
Yeah.
That was it.
So we do need to find us someone to.
Yeah, we had
outrun
hired
the store.
somebody, but we don't
know if they live.
know where they are.
Yeah. Amazingly, like no one broke into the shop, no one broke the shop,
Which side of town?
They're just like the shop is just. It's almost like the guy who owned it, everyone really liked and respected, and they just left his shop alone. Like they didn't even know he had sold it, and he was gone until you guys told, like, yeah, we bought Yorkshire. And I'm like, wow, really? He had been talking about retiring, right? Like,
Are there any kitchen knives or like a cleaver or anything?
well, I mean, fucking Cortex has one.
No. I mean in the shop. Like,
I mean, if you go into like the kitchen area, do you have like the utensils and stuff like that? Or?
no, I mean like aside from like arms for battle, did he do any blade smithing and stuff or selling of like cutlery like for?
Oh, no. It was pretty much all what you would expect, like military style weapons to be.
Okay.
Turns out people with a lot of money who don't know how to use that shit do like to collect it still.
Yeah. Probably pay handsomely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ding up some of the longsword blades.
Ding up some of them. Okay.
Authentic battle damage. Yeah.
We use this defying Boscone.
Trust me, I like fucking over rich people, so it'll pay off.
But I mean, we're supplying more of the town.
Yeah, I know. The rich side that collect historical battle things.
No, okay. These weapons that we did bring are pretty old.
Yeah,
Like 1,000-year-old.
Some of these
kind
are from the siege of Fort Oldarian. Yeah. I'm gonna scratch down some price tags and add a few zeros.
I just rolled both D20 that you gave me. One was a 1, one was a 20.
That's a perfect set.
That is perfectly balanced as all things should be.
I want to go
Should we
see the rookery.
let's try to maybe decide as a group what we're gonna do.
I'm gonna be trying to like set up shop and like get everything cleaned.
I was
And
gonna say maybe like a couple of us should be in the shop.
What's the
and
name you're going by? As the shop owner, what's your shop owner name?
The whatever his.
Wait, hold on. I had everyone's nicknames. Right.
Everyone has it
I
somewhere.
have the nickname. Right?
What
I
are
don't.
Are we
You
keeping
were
those?
Everyone else.
Griff.
Yeah.
No, I was Griff.
No, you were Griff. You were Al. You were
Al.
Kane.
Yep.
I was Ty.
Well,
so
I
you
mean,
staying as Al?
I'll say as Al. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the beginning of your middle name. So
Yeah.
it's- All right, so Al, the current owner of Yorkshire Arms and Armory.
I'm gonna suggest maybe we try to hire like somebody that help take care of the shop while we're gone, and
Yeah. While
Yeah.
we're traveling and acquiring more equipment and supplies. Yeah.
let him
You
run
said
it.
you wanted to go to the rookery.
Yeah, to send a pigeon.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like who
No, that's an
amongst-
owl.
Who? Okay. So yeah,
Well played.
I think Ulla would be the best person to go send the pigeon message.
I blend in.
Yeah, he doesn't look very big.
Malika
He's-
would also like to go to send the pigeon.
Yeah, I would love for her to go with.
That is
But,
my lover.
But Al's gonna stay at the shop, just cleaning, getting things reorganized, redone, this and that, so that way we can open the shop. Because it's been closed for a little while. I gotta make sure everything's set up, make sure this and that, and I agreed to the prices.
What is it you think you'd like to focus on?
Tristel would like to go to her tavern.
I'm gonna go with Tristel.
Tavern.
Tristel has questions that he wants answered.
Okay,
That's
which
what
part of town would you like to tavern in?
Oh,
I can tell you which side the fun side is.
probably the poor side.
All right, so you're gonna head over
know a bit of a thing or two about drunk, poor people.
From what I can remember, the drinking was quite the event.
Yeah. There's at least 2 people that shit their pants in each bar.
Yeah. So yeah, whether you want like this side or this side or this side, I don't really have a spot that's like, oh, this is the tavern. So you can
Like,
just pick a.
The nicest one on the poor side.
Well, aren't you snobby? So
What a cunt.
that's clearly over here by the water.
Okay. Yeah, one of those.
All right. So you're gonna be over there. You
Hey,
got.
look, you can see the hanging bodies from their window.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Drink and a show.
Yeah. All right. So we'll do you and Malika first.
Cool.
You're going to the Rookery, which is actually pretty close to where the temple is. So it's in the religious part of town. Yeah. Not quite that far out towards
So-
the.
When we leave, I want to go out the front
There.
door.
Wait, the one with the dome.
Yeah, it's over here.
And
That's where the birdies fly
are there
out from.
are there a few people, quite a few people walking around out on the in front of the shop on the street?
Yeah.
Okay, so as we leave, I want to go out the front door, and when I open the door, I want to just be like, "Hey, Mr. Al, make sure you put the historical pieces in the back of the shop."
So people can hear it.
Yeah, and I say it loudly. The ones from the siege at Fort Old Darien that we just got in. What? Yeah, All right, let's go. What?
All right.
I'm really just saying it for their benefit.
Yeah.
The ones with the extra zeros.
There's no way these guys are fucking legendary warriors. They're stupid as shit.
What?
All right, so you guys are making your way towards the Rookery.
Yeah.
You're going to the bar you're going to the inn with a tavern.
Yep.
With Tristel, and you're staying in the shop. All right, so you guys would make your way towards the tavern. You'd get to the Rookery before they get to the tavern. What's the way you're going to the tavern? Are you going through the city center?
We'll go like down this way, like this, like all, and then like kind of like just like around the outside.
You're trying to skirt as much as possible.
Yeah.
When you get so you're doing all the things, right? And you get to the spot where you have to enter the town center,
Yeah. Right.
and it's a mess, right? Like any sort of like small shop, like when you guys got there, that was like the business hub of the city, and all those shops are wrecked, like all of them, and they haven't been all hit by boulders,
Mhm.
right? Like this place has been fucked. There are some boulders there. There's the huge gallows, right? There's some empty spots, but you can see that there's people, like you recognize that these are high-ranking members
Mhm.
from the Great Temple of Hextor
shit.
Word.
by their robes. I mean, they're even higher now.
Yeah, now they're ornaments.
that are hanging from there's like 3 of them, and there's still 4 ropes left. Like it's a pretty big gallows, and you can see that there's someone up there, kind of like prepping the gallows. It feels like he's working on it, getting ready for possibly another session.
I was singing "Swing Low."
Sweet holy man. But like it doesn't look like anyone's really paying any attention to you.
I'm just gonna kind of, as we're walking, just kind of like place my hand on his shoulder as we're walking, kind of in a like I see it too. It's like don't. It's okay. Like don't act out.
Dude, he killed
Did you
him.
like those guys?
He killed the extra holy man too.
I think we only really had a problem with Ryan Johnson. I thought the rest of them were nice to us.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of them were like,
That one was kind of a dick because I kept waving arrows around, praying to Ola tomorrow. So, I hope he's hanging.
No, I mean I'm just gonna pass there and go like that.
yeah, like Geralt of
Burrito.
Rivia.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like that. Yeah, like,
Fuck. All right, so you guys would make it to the tavern, and you would be right at the tavern. You guys have gone to the Rookery, and you want to send a letter to Zyler Flint's.
Yeah, on behalf of Yorkshire Arms and Armor.
Right. And so she's like, she gets some paper and a quill, and she starts writing, and she's doing the thing. She has an idea of how to communicate with this person.
not necessarily in secret, but ambiguously almost,
Yeah.
right?
Like, hey, we're opening up shop,
Yeah,
and we need resupplies
yeah.
to resupply.
And her name isn't really known,
Right.
right? Like,
I was gonna whisper to her, like, hey, what do you want to go by?
she's like, I'll just be known.
But she wasn't captured by Boscone's people, right? She was captured by.
She wasn't captured.
Yeah, the.
She wasn't captured.
Oh,
In
she
the
was
notes
just
it
up there
said,
playing?
in the notes it said she was captured.
I thought she was.
Marissa was captured.
Yeah, in the notes he wrote that Malika was captured as well.
Oh no, she was there of her own volition.
Just playing.
She was playing her role.
Oh. But we
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah, no, you didn't know that. Which
Okay.
is why she was armed,
Yeah.
right?
Gotcha. Okay.
So you get to the rookery. She's writing a letter, and she's kind of like she's making sure that there's not a lot of people around when she goes to talk to you, but she's not acting suspicious as she's writing. She feels pretty comfortable because she's used to having to do these kind of things. She's been working for Gandalf like her whole life. For like 15 years at this point.
I'm gonna follow suit.
Just kind of chill.
Yeah, just lean against the counter and just make small talk with her if she talks.
Yeah. And so she takes the
Put
pigeon.
the part in there about my bow.
The fine table.
It's made of ash.
Oh, that guy. So the pigeon takes like a day and a half to get to Siler's. So you guys write it. She ties it, and she takes the letter and she's like, "Hey, I need to send this to Severance. I just need to send it to Zyler Fence."
Flint's.
Zyler Flint, and the guy's like, okay, whatever. Like, he doesn't give two shits who this is going to. He just knows the pigeon he needs to use to send it to fucking Severance, because I don't know if this is how you actually train pigeons, but how they train pigeons in this world is they have special portable pigeon houses, okay? And so what they do is when they want to train a pigeon to go to a certain location, they have the houses where they keep like the pigeon and the food that he likes or she likes, and then they'll release the pigeon and it'll fly up and they'll call it, and that means they know that there's food there. So they'll call it back and forth, and they kind of learn the path it's supposed to take, and so they train it that way, and it gets used to the path and it knows where it's supposed to go to get the food that it likes. So they make like heroin addicted pigeons basically, and that's how they train the pigeons. I have no idea how they do it in real life, but they heroin addict the pigeons here.
They're all robots.
They're all robots.
You get them as children, and you have them make shoes. Swoosh off.
So he knows which pigeon he needs to use to send it to Severance. Blah blah blah. He ties the note. He doesn't attempt to read it. Like, this dude gives zero fucks.
Yeah.
And you can tell he's a Mundus person. Like, he hates his life right now. And he sends the pigeon. Severance guy was like, "Where's that pigeon going?" He's like, "Severance." He's like, "Well, did you look at it?" He's like, "Dude, God, I hate this guy." Yeah, I looked at it. He's like,
Yeah, it was fine.
yeah, but there's like attitude, like there's friction between the two guys. Like, this seems to be a common theme going on right now, right? So pigeon gets sent, and you two can do whatever you want. Like, she doesn't really want to go anywhere. She's nervous. She's nervous being in this town, but she's trying to play cool. Like, she tells you, like, I don't like being here. Like,
Yeah.
we're like in the mouth of the lion right now, and I don't like it.
Less than quiet, I'm just going to be like, yeah, not a lot of us like being here right now. And we look at the guy, like, am I right?
One of this guy is like,
My boss is the same fucking way, man. I just want to get paid and get laid.
she's like, oh,
God.
I thought you said you weren't like that anymore.
I'm acting. I'm not being Uller. I'm being Mundus man.
yeah, Mundus Uller.
Yeah. I'm being Griff.
Griff. I was like, who the fuck's Griff? Oh, yeah.
Me! Just don't seem to remember that I belong to it.
So you guys,
I'm gonna tell her let's go check out the center of town and then head back to the shop and maybe get some food.
all right. So you guys are now in the tavern.
Yeah.
Ty and Kane. What do you want to do?
I'm going to approach the bar and be like, how much for, what do they drink here?
Ale. Oh, sorry. Shut up.
River water.
Water.
Yeah, how much for an ale?
Whatever it is, like a few copper, something like that.
How about I give you gold and you give me, you tell me some things.
Give me a hit.
For gold, he might have.
Is this part of town?
A gold's gonna be a lot to this dude.
Yeah, I know.
He was like,
Yeah.
he's kind of taken aback. Like,
You could probably start a riot by throwing 10 gold in the air in a crowded area.
All he's doing
That's
is
why
one.
I brought a pouch of money with me.
For riots. Let's start a riot!
fucking 3 days grace.
Cheap entertainment.
So he's kind of taken aback, right? Like you just slid a whole gold at him and like, hey, I want to ask you some questions. So he's a little nervous at first, right? What's your
you're in an
diplomacy?
occupied town. I know a guy with a great diplomacy.
No, it's actually not bad. I got like a +7.
Okay, roll a d20 and I'm gonna roll. Jesus
Oh,
Plus 7
Jesus.
years.
I got 11.
All right. Well, that's way better than that. I used the wrong one.
Yeah.
No, you used the right one.
Actually, I did use the right one. I should have used the left one.
No, it's not the max. It's the best you can roll, though.
So he's just kind of like, okay, well, what is it you want to know? Like he's a little nervous, but he's willing to answer some questions.
Lean in
with the
and be like,
names
who
for
hangs
sure.
from the gallows in the center of town?
And he just kind of like grabs a towel and he's like, kind of got like his nails on the table, so it's kind of like making a little bit of noise. And he just tells you he doesn't know who exactly they are, but they were some people from the church, and there was this big how-to-do in the center of town, and some severance people. He doesn't know who they were either. They were like blah blah this and blah blah that, and these people have betrayed the country of Severance and the kingdom of Severance and all this bullshit. Like we're not even a part of Severance, so I don't know where they think they get off being here to do any of this stuff. And they just straight up hung him right in the middle of town as he's doing this, trying to.
While he's doing that, I'm leaned up with my back against the barkeep and just kind of like looking inconspicuously, but just kind of like looking out and seeing if
anyone's listening.
If anyone's listening, or if anyone's doing anything that looks like they're like.
Nobody in this place gives two shits about you guys.
Okay, that's good. Well, I was just keeping an eye out.
The few people that are actually in there are just trying to eat, so they can get back to doing whatever it was they had to do.
Being poor.
I want to ask them how many of these Severance foreigners are here.
And so he kind of like, as you guys are just kind of chilling and not really reacting to the things he's saying, like he's starting to kind of feel a little bit more comfortable. And he says that there is enough here that we can't just kick them out, but he's like, it's not as many as you would think there'd be here. These arrogant pricks think that we aren't, like, we can't fight back or anything.
A little bit
like
goes
that.
a long way.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask him, do you know who leads these men?
He's like, I have no idea.
Some bald-headed fuck.
Well, it's somebody that's not...
John York!
That means whoever it is like not somebody that's well known or probably that great.
Or they're just not that educated on
Yeah.
geopolitical things in their poorness.
I mean, you can feel free to ask any question you want. Like, he either knows the answer or he doesn't.
Who else is unhappy about them being here?
A lot more than who are happy being here, I can tell you that much. From both sides, honestly. The Severance people don't want to be here, and the Mundus people don't want them here.
I'm gonna at this point I'm gonna lean back. Like, do you even know why Severance came?
He's like, I have no fucking clue. But I'm just here in the tavern, minding my own business,
doing my usual, just trying to get by, and the next thing you know, a fucking rock is landing in the water next to my building, nearly hit us. And all these people are coming in, and there's fighting going on, and blah blah this, and I hear Boscone is here, God Almighty, and he's kind of like he says the name, and like you see his eyes is just like Jesus Christ, like that guy, right? He knows that guy. And I was like, but I didn't see him, and he didn't give any shits about me, thank God. So I'm still here.
I'm gonna ask him if, is the temple still open?
The temple was really never open to us to begin with, so I have no idea.
If you're rich enough.
Yeah.
Do we know who took over Oakhurst? No, we just know it was sacked.
We just know it was sacked, I think.
Yeah.
Was it because of the Laughing Coffin shit, or we really don't know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Zyler told you that much.
I have an idea.
You're not even there,
Yeah,
so shut
I know. Well, I'm not going to tell him right now.
I didn't have any
an
other
idea.
questions unless you did.
No, I just came with you because, like, I know you, and I know you don't give two fucks if somebody is like you and Gil kind of do things. So I just came because I wanted to make sure that if stuff happened, that one of us was there to there was another person there that could
Grab.
I
Yeah,
didn't
help
bring any
Dragon
of my
Balls.
shit. I wasn't here to start a fight.
Yeah, he's completely
Well, I know.
unarmed and shit.
Oh yeah, I don't think he'll start, but he's the kind of person who can get triggered, and so I want to just be there just in case he does get triggered, really sort
I
of
like
thing.
that shirt. I like that shirt this morning.
Like his people are hanging from the middle of the city for that pray to his god, and he's off to ask questions.
Yeah.
So I just want to be there just in case he gets triggered.
Okay.
Like I'm not really there to do much except just be there.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
No, I'm pretty much done at the tavern then.
Okay. The guy,
You've changed his life forever.
dude,
because
you
of that
gave him a gold.
coin.
Like he's like,
Everybody leave!
Oh, as I'm leaving, I'm going to just look back and be like, look at that.
he's like,
Alright.
okay.
You can pay rent for the month now.
And he just comes up anytime you guys need a drink. Feel free to come back.
The doctor's always in. Therapist over here.
Wait. That was right here?
Yeah.
That might come in handy at some point later.
Did you see any horrors?
Were there horrors?
No.
No.
Not in the tavern.
What a shitty bar.
There's
You're in the poor part of town.
I am not in the poor part.
No, they are.
I mean, there's probably a brothel by the shop somewhere.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep them in business.
Well, this new Uller didn't last very long.
I'm Griff.
Griff, he's playing Griff.
Oh,
That's how good of an actor I am. For fuck's sake.
We're not gonna go
Last-
and dessert.
Okay.
Oh, dessert time. Nice.
All right.
The last thing we needed to do was give this horn dog a dragon's horde
Yeah.
in a rich man's whorehouse.
Just let me find some cheap penicillin.
All right. So
Cosmic brownies.
What?
Cosmic brownies.
Those gone already?
Wait, are they?
no, they're all in the fridge.
Oh,
that's
oh.
the fridge. That's the fridge.
Like,
Some in the fridge.
Yeah. Any snacks that are down here, you're welcome to them, dude.
Yeah, dude. Oh my goodness sakes.
If you grab one of those Dunkin'
Rich.
those are good.
But
The secret lair for
Yeah.
2023.
There's
Have you ever had Dunkin'?
They come out with the summer
Oh, you
summer
got to
secret lair of goblins again.
oh, jeez.
Yeah, no.
Those are nice too. Those are like my second favorite.
I haven't had these.
And you know how I am about my goblins. That's just a little overdone, though. That's like
You're welcome to any of these snacks, Eric, at any time.
This almost looks like Adventure Time.
a little bit.
Wait, what?
The new Goblin
Here,
Secret
show
Lair
me.
that's coming out
Oh,
for
I
the
have
summer
seen that, yeah.
2023.
The artwork for the goblins looks almost like it was drawn by the people from Adventure Time.
Yeah, I saw that.
All right, so
So
you guys sent a pigeon.
are we heading back? You want
You guys got some info about like what went down
Yep.
from a poor person who runs a tavern, who's now very excited because he has someone just dropped a whole gold on him.
right?
He's definitely going to keep that quiet.
Oh wait, hold on. I got to.
Yeah, on that side of town.
Yeah.
How do I
Nickel.
take one gold away?
Oh, so you go into journal
yeah.
and where you can type in for GP, put -1.
Oh, you
and then
did.
hit
Oh.
earn.
Okay.
Now you're unencumbered.
I can walk again. I am seriously going to hell for laughing at this one.
Doing the Skyrim stroll.
I haven't fully clicked on the image, and I'm worried to.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I have.
Do I need to watch the rest of it?
No, you don't.
Alright, so me and Mal.
Yep.
Mal. As we're walking, I want to kind of check out the central hub area that he told us about. But as we're walking, I want to ask her what she knows about the gods.
What she knows about the gods? She doesn't really have a lot of faith in the gods. I mean, she grew up a street rat, for the most part, and she never feels like they did anything for her. Gandalf, no, he was real. He did stuff for her. He helped her help herself. The gods were never there for that. So her opinions of how real the gods are obviously has been affected.
I heard about that.
Because
Of him?
because Crystal did things she's never seen before, even like for Gandalf, right? And then she saw the fucking Hextor himself talking, as a statue and bestowing this gift out of nowhere, this divine gift. Like, so she can't deny they exist. She just doesn't really think they care about her at all. She's just not a major player, apparently, as far as they're concerned. So they're not concerned with her.
Right.
So she's not overly concerned with them.
I'm gonna agree with her. Be like, yeah, that's some pretty wild shit. And then I'm gonna ask her if Callian ever talks about if he remembers anything from being dead.
He hasn't said anything to me if he has.
And I'm gonna ask if she thinks there's other gods.
There probably is. I imagine there's multiple gods. And I have no idea what their hierarchy would be. Are there gods? Are there boss gods? Are there lesser gods? Are there... I don't know. It's like she can't... It's like too big, right?
Right.
She can't wrap her head around it right now. Because that was so... It's only been a week. And that was so beyond anything she could have ever imagined happening.
Does she seem like she wants to talk about it, or not really?
She seems like she doesn't really care.
Yeah.
You're asking a topic that she's just not really into.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell her that I was a lot like her. From what I can remember, I grew up poor, didn't have a great start. So I've done a lot of shit that I'm not particularly proud of. And the fact that I'm still walking around means there's something after death. And it's kind of rattled me. Because I'm not the best of the heroes. So I was just wondering. And then I'll just shut up.
She's less dismissive after hearing something quite that deep and serious, and she's like, "Yeah, I guess I could see that. Like that would be something very serious to think about. Like." And so she doesn't sound dismissive about it. She's
Right.
kind of like, shit, yeah, I never really...
I'm about to start a group that kills people for a living again after watching a god be real.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of sweating it. Not that I like these Hextor fucks. And I'll say that one loud.
Severed Food Project.
So mainly all I really want to check out is... you said there's a lot of demolished businesses, just so you don't have to repeat it. Were any of them weapons stalls?
You can't even really make the shit out anymore.
Okay. And then, as far as the priests hanging, are they all Hextor robes?
As far as you can tell.
None of them look different, obviously different colors or anything. Stuff like nothing that stands out.
No. They're different robes, but they all look like they're from the same deity.
Yeah. And then, so, are there any people that aren't soldiers trying to pick up some of the broken businesses. So they've just been cleared out.
People just don't really seem to be in that area. So when you do enter the area, you garner a little bit more attention. You get like the yellow warning when you're playing those games. Like you're not in danger yet, but you can tell people are watching you now because you're in this.
Are there any Mundus guards that aren't near a Severance guard? Or are they all Severance people?
In this town center,
Yeah.
it's almost all Severance people.
I'm gonna walk up to one of the Severance guards. Just kind of like a person, exactly like I am. I'm not traditionally from here, and I've just arrived in town.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna walk up and say, "Excuse me, sir.
Severance guard turns around, is like, yeah.
I just arrived. And I explained I'm helping set up this business. And I'm working for my boss, Mr. Al. What's going on?"
And then he's like, well, I'm not even entirely sure. Like, we got mobilized to come here, and I'm not entirely sure why.
Just doing your job.
Yeah, dude, like they said something about like the priests in the church had like done something against Severance, or they didn't even explain it very well. And like I wasn't even here during the attack. Like I got moved in after, and we've been hanging these guys because they're a danger to Severance, and so they're just trying to let everyone know, like, you don't fuck with Severance. So do what you got to do, I guess, right?
Makes sense. Are we allowed to be here, or should we not go this way?
No, you can come in here if you want, as long as you're not causing trouble.
I'm no
People
friend
don't-
of these guys.
People, he's like, nobody's friends with these people.
Yeah, I can't afford that.
And it kind of laughs a little bit like that.
I'm gonna tell them like, all right, well, I mean, if you need a blade sharpened or something, we're opening up a shop. You know, we just bought. Come on by. We'll,
Yeah, what's the name of this shop?
I tell them exactly what it is. Yorkshire Arms and Armor, and
Oh,
ask for Al. He'll set you up.
all right, cool. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Then we're gonna head. Not walk through the square, but like, this kind of gives me the willies, and
Yeah.
like, let's go, dear, and just walk.
Okay. Yeah, she doesn't like being in there.
It's free information.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
as long as you're not setting off any alarms, why not ask some questions?
Yeah, just give them our store name.
Our store name's out. We were a
Dude,
famous
people love
arms
your
and armor.
story.
Oh, I know that, but now we got.
Why would you come to a town to set up a business and not try to make money?
No,
doing
I
that
understand
business.
That.
I get
But
it.
you're
You
telling
don't
the-
want them snooping around, right?
Yeah, you're telling the enemy.
They
our
know
store.
because of the pig.
The best thing that we could do is act like there's nothing at all to hide.
Oh yeah.
We should at least get some like flyers together and start putting them up around town if we're going to be walking around.
Well, so, I'm gonna like turn around and be like, hey, do you know if any of these shops that got busted up in here, did any of them sell weapons? Because we're looking to hire somebody.
He just turns around and looks. He's like, I
No clue.
have no idea, man.
Thanks for your time, bud.
Yeah.
Like,
problem.
not disrespectful.
buddy.
Yeah.
Just like, I appreciate your time. And then, we'll walk back towards where our business is. And then, while walking, I want to see if there's anybody with like a street cart trying to sell weapons.
You don't come across.
Okay. Cool.
All right. You guys were heading back to the weapon shop too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Al, you're still there at the weapon shop?
Yeah, cleaning, setting up, whatnot.
All right. I mean, if you guys want to do something else, you can. Otherwise, you can just say the day's going to continue till it ends.
Well, we want to try to see if we can hire if we can find
Yeah,
somebody.
I think
to
the
hire
best thing
run
to
the shop.
do is to go back to the bar and put up like a flyer on whatever, or try to find out where you might want to put out like job requests or items or this that. Is there a built-in board that says, "Hey,
Are there any other weapon stores on the way?
No, Yorkshire had a pretty good
Sounds like
setup.
it.
Yeah, no, we did. You know, like the thing about Mundus is it's a limited space area.
Yeah.
Right?
I will put a little sign on the window that says hiring,
Right.
help wanted."
Okay. So There are in each poor district there are bulletin boards where you remember the thing that you made and we just kept forgetting about it or we ignored it completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Vaguely.
Exactly what there are places where you can put up like flyers and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yep.
So you can send your
Bounty boards.
your employees out here to
The only fucking employee of this fucking shop. The only one apparently wants us to do well.
Hey, I'm cleaning it over here and
Yeah, I mean,
setting
that
it
does
up
suck.
and like getting it organized and whatnot.
I said, yeah, that does suck. Tristal and Kane are the ones that went to the bar, so.
Must be fucking nice.
Have a drink at like 11 a.m.
So you put up the flyers. You guys come back. I'm assuming all together, and you can share the info that they heard anyways.
Yeah.
So we don't have to go through that again.
Did we see any other churches on the walk home?
There are a couple of churches in the poor area, but not in the.
Okay. Do we know what they are of or to?
Oh, they're hex store.
Extra.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't allow any other.
Oh, just hex store here.
Yeah,
Okay. Ugh. This town sucks. It's worse with all these fucking Severance people here.
I know, it's almost like there should be 6 parts of towns and not 5 because it's hex, right?
Yeah. I built what I was told.
Yeah, I know. I just thought about it
Well,
right now.
If you think about the center hub, that's the 6th.
Yeah, that's the 6th.
Yeah, the hanging spot, hanging around.
Yeah.
That's about to hang around
I
at.
want to. Okay, so I want to go to the inn where I talked to the guy about like hog slop and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I want to pop in, ask him if there's anybody that he knows that got displaced from their shops in the center of town.
He does not know the location of any living person
Oh, they
who
all died.
once owned a shop. He doesn't really want to talk about it,
Okay.
but he'll be like, I don't know anyone currently
Okay.
who owned a shop.
Yeah. I mean, if he's visibly uncomfortable, I won't press it farther than that. And I just want to order some food and some drinks. I don't know if Malika came with me or if she just went back to the shop. or not.
She went back to the shop.
I'm gonna let her know that I'm going there.
Oh, also, while Uller's like back visiting, I'm gonna let you know that hey, you might want to put a mark on the building just in case someone might need to know. Doesn't matter where,
What kind of
preferably
mark?
out of normal vision.
Like a bark Drutherhood, or yeah, you know what I mean. That mark.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dark Brotherhood.
A bark Drutherhood mark. Is that what you mean? A bark Drutherhood mark?
You know, the blank blanky blank.
Yeah. You know
A safety mark.
The poison for Cusco.
Or
Or do you mean like a don't steal from us thieves guild mark?
No, like like a lever, like you're safe here mark.
Oh. Maybe not while we're occupied.
Okay.
I mean, I can.
But I mean somewhere no one will see. Like only one of
9.
One of 9.
well, the doors are closed, no one's in. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I'll go out back where the pig is, and sort of by where the wall or whatever got broken out of was damaged. On one of those, I'll heat up the brand and
Oh, you don't need to
facing
hit
the
the
building.
brand. Just cut, carve, engrave.
Nah, that would look
Notch.
like shit.
I'll heat the brand up and
Yeah.
stamp it into the wood facing the building.
Okay. All right.
And then, yeah, whatever food and drink would cost, I'll just quickly.
You guys,
leave.
the money you have is
Okay. I'll just remove the gold.
Yeah, it's so minute that I'm not
Probably
really
not
even
even-
concerned about it.
Yeah.
Based on the percentage it would take from your gold, it's like
Not worth it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
You know that point in the video game where you have like way too much money, you don't know what to spend it on. There's not enough that the
yeah.
you go out and you buy 99 potions just because you can buy 99 potions.
Is there a potion shop?
No, there's not.
Give me your finest potion.
That'd be the tavern.
I'm gonna, unless we're doing something, I'm gonna sit at the window and people watch, and I'm specifically looking for people that look out of place, not soldiers, but like street urchins, kids running around that seem like way wiser than they should be for being a kid,
Right.
or thieves.
Okay.
I'm just kind of keeping my eye out.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Are you guys doing anything else, or are you like ready to call it a day because you're good?
I'm gonna put my armor back on because it doesn't make me tired if I'm wearing it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna sit there and be like, I want to either leave or just wreck all these Severance people.
So, do we want to wait for a response
I mean,
from Zyler Flint's?
We've got enough weapons over here. And from what you guys have been telling me, from the guards to the city and everything else, we could pass
Obviously, we should
around
start
this
a coup.
equipment and just start a riot, as you guys called it.
I have a better idea.
I do have a pouch of gold for that.
Well,
So-
reason.
we're not really going to be talking about this in daylight time, probably, unless.
Well,
we're
I mean,
I'm
we're
being
inside.
shot
No
and
one's-
You're not being too loud.
yeah.
So
You
we
can
we
pretty
know a
much stay
couple
with it.
things. We know that Oakhurst got sacked.
Mhm.
We're fairly certain not by
Severance,
Severance,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, we're pretty sure it's.
What if we go see if there's a reward for anybody who spotted whoever these guys are here for, and tell them they're in Oakhurst? Let them clear out Laughing Coffin for us. My
But
other
isn't
idea.
Laughing Coffin part of them?
Do we know
Actually,
that-
no.
do we
I
know of any
no. I
connections
don't even
between
think that was
Severance and
mentioned. I
Laughing
was
Coffin?
just
Other than they're both dicks.
Yeah.
You know that Laughing Coffin has intertwined themselves into like every major city,
Right.
and that we'll just say the government don't care.
But they're not necessarily connected. They're just
Right. They're
present.
a separate
Kinda like-
organization.
Crime bosses.
Yeah, they're a separate organization, and they have a symbiotic relationship.
I'm going to ask Malika if she is aware of any connection between Laughing Coffin and Boscone's army or Severance itself.
She knows because what Gandalf has told her is like basically what I just told you is that they kind of have a free license to do whatever they want as long as they make sure they pay off the right people, and they have so many resources
Yeah.
that like, nobody can touch them. The higher ups probably have more power than the kings or the generals or all that. Like,
Oh, I'll do some touching. Okay, so my other idea is we have one guard that we know likes our shop and doesn't like his job. Why don't we hire him? I guarantee we can pay him more than he'll ever make being a fucking guard.
That's true.
And he has connections with the guard, so he can sell them weapons.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
So
Since-
would he be good for the job though?
So
That's the thing.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
There's
doesn't
so
matter.
much fucking money. If we lose money, we have a connection
That's true.
in the shop.
We're basically running a front.
Yeah, this
No,
is.
but this is the thing though. We need to make it look legit.
yeah,
I'm sorry, my character's getting a little bit enthused about like
No, I
the
get
shop.
it.
Like, I.
but we don't need the shop to make money, right?
No.
We need the shop to have a connection. So even if it costs us 100 gold a year, it'll never matter,
yeah, that's
That's-
insignificant.
and that's a massive amount to anybody.
That is understandable. To us, that's nothing.
Right.
But if someone actually looks at the job and sees that it's not profiting like it should be, or things are not.
Well, I don't even think that's an issue. So we've got a guard who knows that we are a good weapon store.
Mm-hmm.
We just gave him a +1 weapon like it was nothing.
he knows about weapons.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Jared.
That is true.
The guy who works for you doesn't know your bankroll, doesn't know how much you're making, doesn't
Yeah,
know
he's
how
gonna
much
be
you're
motivated.
losing.
And
sell.
look, if I just
Yeah.
started making $20 an hour and found out my job was a scam, I really wouldn't care.
And if he's a guard, he's gonna know the common thieves. So if the thief walks in,
And he's got
Like-
buddies in the
Like
guards and
he,
stuff
he,
like that.
he has no idea whether you're making money, losing money. He can't tell.
and the other nice thing is, from what I saw from me going around town, we're the only weapon shop.
Yeah.
So do you want
So it's an easy way to make money. It's going to be hard to fuck it up. But
do you
we don't
want to
really
go
need
talk to
somebody
the guy?
try it.
I think you're right. I think you do
Yeah.
have a good point with that.
I think we figure out what he makes just by asking him, hey, what do you make? Would you be interested in this? We don't even care if you stay working as a guard and only open 3 times a week. If you sell to your buddies, everything's good, and we don't have to worry about somebody breaking in because the guard is our fucking employee.
Mm-hmm. And here's the other thing. How often are we going to stay at this place? He could actually bring his family into
No.
here.
No, because we want a place to be able to.
Yeah, we want the living quarters.
Yeah, we want the living quarters.
He's probably
to
already
be
got a
there.
house.
Okay.
You know, we'll just lock upstairs, and then
Yeah, we could do that then.
So yeah, so before we hire this guy, before we set off to hire this guy, I'm gonna suggest to us. I'm gonna say let's all step upstairs. I want to hold a brief meeting real quick.
group
So-
huddle.
So
Is
group,
this something that could be handled in an email, or
No.
no, I want us to have a group meeting where nothing can be overheard. Out like zero chance of us being overheard.
yeah, upstairs is pretty safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go upstairs.
What's up,
Yeah.
Let's hold a
What's
meeting.
up?
I forgot that I just thought
No,
about
really
something.
good.
Why does it say different?
During like their travels
Because
and
they're
whatnot, and me
traveling,
taking
you know.
care of and like
No, there's
stepping out of the
Shit in my
place.
pants.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to buy from us because you shit in the
live in a
back
little
of the
cinnamon
store.
I wish to ask the
So,
neighbors
Bouncers are
if they've
basically
seen
just like,
the donkey
And there's
or
really
what
good
happened
ding-dongs
to
and-
the donkey because I'm worried about it. I had something come up that I had to rush to go take care of.
Yes, he's eating it.
Nope, I've not seen him at all.
The neighbors don't know anything about a donkey.
Okay.
Was his name
Okay.
Delicious?
So I want us to head upstairs real quick, and I want to hold a brief meeting.
Like kind of about the stuff that we've already been talking to you about downstairs.
No, a little bit something different.
Okay.
So when we head upstairs, I want to get everybody together and be like, look, I know we're each trying to figure this thing out, you know, as we're moving along. Like, why did we come together? Why did we agree to gather ourselves? How did we gather? And I think a lot of that's going to be found in the area in Mount Ordeals, and I'm excited to do that. But
He about sprayed everywhere.
He's like, can we get to my fucking story arc?
Listen, we're gonna get there, and Matt's mom's gonna be there. I don't know what
Get
day
there
it's
when we
gonna
get
suck.
No, but this is from what I've gleaned from being with you guys on our trip already, is that it seems like there was a whole lot of trust between us, and there was a whole lot of we can trust each other to do what needs to be done, and no one person was greater than the other, and it's kind of like whatever somebody decided to do, they did it, and we just decided to back them up if they needed to, and like that's how it was. Like we were all kind of these badass equals.
We
And
were
so-
brothers in arms.
We were brothers in
Same.
arms, and we did what we thought was right, whether it was right or not. We were trying to do something that may not have been 100% the right way to do it, but we thought what we thought was right, and none of us questioned each other. It seemed like, because we all have our own shit backgrounds, and so what it seems like to me is that we've kind of done what we thought was right, and nobody really questioned. We didn't question each other. We didn't question our motives. We didn't question anything. We've come to try to do the right thing in our own way, and that's as good as we can. That's all we can ask of ourselves.
I'm gonna go
And
back
so,
upstairs. I'm gonna just bring
and so this is what I'm gonna ask of all of us right now, and I'm gonna look at Tristal and be like, we have two options. We either, like you guys said, we arm in the night. We kind of arm Mundus. We take Mundus back, free the Temple of Hextor, and we kick a bunch of ass over here because we know from what we've heard General Boscone isn't here anyways.
Are you sure about that?
I mean,
We're
nobody
pretty
really said that, did they?
No,
No,
the
our
guy
no
said
one's-
he was
well,
here.
well, the guy who was
The
running
dude knows Boscone. He
Right.
knows he was here. He doesn't know if he's still here.
Yeah,
He doesn't know where he's at right now.
Yeah. Well, to me, if he was here, it seems like Boscone is the type of person. If he was here, people would know.
I think
So-
right. I
To be
understand
fair,
what
you've
you're-
only been here like half a day.
Right. But what I'm saying is that
Oh,
it doesn't-
anyways, keep going.
it doesn't really matter whether Boscone is here or not, right? That's not really what's important to me. What's important to me
Pretty
is
fucking important.
is
I cut 3 dudes in half.
Your ordeal.
no. What's important to me.
I could be one of those halves.
What's important to me right now is that we figure out what we have 2 options. We either take back Mundus and free the city and then get out, or we just slip out. And either one, I'm fine with. But it seems like it's mainly something that Tristel needs to tell, like what he wants to do.
So,
Yeah, we
but-
do need to talk it over and discuss. I mean, trying to get Mungus back, we've already noticed that the guards, the townspeople, and even some of the Mundus people seem to be more towards. Yeah, the only.
Mungus.
He did.
He did say
I'm
Mundus.
sorry,
Doesn't
it's
enunciate
fine.
right. It's okay, man. It's alright.
but I mean, here's the question though. There's only so many of us. How many casualties will
Yeah,
there
we
be?
really don't have-
And if we do take it back over, who's going to stay to protect it?
Well,
There won't
that's-
be it'll just happen again.
Well, no, logistically, we can't start an insurrection here right now. We just, I mean, we do have the money.
Well, we
I
could
guess.
start one.
Yeah.
We just probably can't end it.
we could probably endlessly
But if-
fund one.
if
yeah.
he's not
right.
here, if Boscone's not in the city, and we take it
All
back.
the way over there.
How
But my-
quickly would he return?
Yeah. But
Well,
this-
what happens when he does? Who gives a shit about how quickly?
Who's going to stop him?
He's
though?
not. He's not out wandering alone.
Yeah, but I mean,
No,
I wish we could, but there's some things that we just don't have the manpower.
Yeah,
yet.
but
should we
my-
wait for an answer?
yeah. No, the reason
That's the way I
Let me bring
feel.
that up.
We
The reason-
lack the manpower to keep
Yeah.
it.
So we lack the manpower. That might be true, but the reason I started off the conversation the way I did is because I feel like the person who should answer this question is Tristel,
Oh yeah.
and I feel like whatever he decides to
this
do,
isn't my arc.
this is your
Oh, every arc is Tristel's arc.
Well, we're in Tristel's Arc City.
Speaking of
So-
timelines, we've sent. I've done as we planned. I've sent off a message to Zyler. Should we not wait for a response?
Yeah, well-
Well, it depends on what you guys sent. What did you guys send? Did you guys say send a response here, or did you guys tell them like?
Well,
Malika tells you that, we await your response and hope to hear,
Okay.
yeah, it was
positive-
a business
positive
proposal. It
news.
wasn't like, hey, you work for us now.
Yeah. So then again, we're still going to have to wait for them. So this
So
still
that's
gives
at
us time
minimum.
to.
If he gets
why
it the
our
day it
options.
arrives, writes immediately and sends back a minimum of 3 days from this morning.
Yeah.
Because it's a day and a half travel.
I just say
By bird.
we just wait
Which
until
is
we
what
hear
we
back
used.
from them.
Well-
And until then, we keep a low profile. Once we hear from
And,
them, we
and that's
slip
why I
out
was
with
saying,
quiet.
if you want to call it a day,
That's good with
Yeah.
me.
you can just call it a day, and he's gonna chill, look out the window. I mean, after having the meeting, I think it was a good meeting, and I think it was a good
Oh, I
point
don't-
to
Oh
bring
yeah.
Yeah.
up, right?
Well, that's
No,
that's-
I'm not
and
dismissing it
I
at
just
all.
wanted Tristel to make the decision on what we do in this city from here on out, and that's what he just said. He said,
Let's
just
wait.
let low profile, and then we'll dip out
Yeah.
as soon as we get a response.
I feel like you guys handled it
I
appropriately.
felt like it, but I feel like if
If I
Tristel,
gave XP for role playing the characters, you guys would have got XP. For
Mhm.
that.
No, we'll come back later and we'll just totally start a riot.
Do you guys remember anything from being dead? Not from before, and not from after. Do you remember anything about being dead?
No.
no,
I
about
just,
you?
I
it
can
was,
tell you story wise, you guys have not been given any info about when you were dead.
Well, I know, when we first woke up, we asked a few questions about our scenario, but, I don't remember if any of us asked the question, do we remember anything about being dead?
Not.
Do any of us?
You do not.
do any of you remember dying?
No feelings or
No,
nothing?
I do not
You guys-
remember dying.
You guys don't remember.
I didn't know if anything had come back to anybody.
Nope, not yet.
I think I only have. I don't. No, I don't. Do I?
You remember your past, but you don't remember anything about dying or anything about what it was like to be dead.
Yeah, I remember a little bit about growing up in the Coliseum and becoming the fighter that I
but
was.
that was while you were alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you've been actively wondering about this, and no matter how much effort you put into it, it just feels like you can't get there. Not even like you can get traces of it. It like literally feels like it's just a mental block. Like your
Nothing that we
brain,
could access.
your mind can't get there. So it's it is whatever that is to you, whether that's confusing or stressful or
We found that God book, right? Like actually in game, we found the deities and demigod book.
you found a book about gods and stuff like.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Ullr's asking
Which seems kind of weird.
Tristel for it.
Yeah.
And then I shut up for the rest of the movie and listened.
Wait, why did
Nope.
he start reading?
I didn't know he could read.
I thought he could just fucking talk.
He pulls out some glasses and actually like starts reading the
That's
same.
what Mal- that's what
This
Malfoy
dude used
says.
to write kill orders for your information.
Yeah.
No, I was
Quite
just doing
well.
the Draco Malfoy from
Oh,
what Jared said.
Yeah.
I
Paul.
didn't know you could read.
Goyle.
Yeah.
When Harry is Goyle.
Why do you have glasses on? I use them for reading. I didn't know you could read. And surprisingly, that was supposed to be like out of script.
Yeah, that was an out of script thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that was one of those.
He didn't remember.
ad-libs.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a second.
I have to use the bathroom.
So if you want to stop it, this is the end of day one in Mundus. You guys can decide if there's anything else you want to do, or if you legit just like Matt said, let's lay cool until we get a response.
Yep, that's kind of.
I'm fine for
I like
literally
that
acting
idea.
like we run a shop.
Yeah.
Just
Start the
do
strap,
business.
get it going.
Do commerce.
Commerce. Isn't that where you guys went to buy the chair?
Yeah. There's a city called Commerce.
Yeah. Commerce, Michigan.
Oh, I also we make sure that your flails kind of like stays
Yeah, don't let anything happen to that.
upstairs, hidden, because that's supposed to be in someone's house.
It's supposed to be in my hand, smashing things.
Done a good job
I
taking
know.
notes, I feel.
I usually write afterwards.
Oh, roll
Yeah,
some dice.
that's what we did. Remember?
No,
like,
I'm actually
yeah,
quite
stay
happy
up.
of how we're doing everything right now.
Yeah, then.
And
yeah,
now
things
you had a
working
good
out.
point there with like, what should we be doing? Are we going to do this town? What are we going to do? Stuff like that. That was real smart of you.
What
I
God
feel
do
like-
you pray to?
Well, I feel like the way that our
but apparently
organization,
I've
from
run
what
the
I
favor
might,
of
from
several
what I've
gods.
actually gleaned
Yeah,
is that
no, but do any of
our
them, are any of
characters-
them your main God?
we didn't
Probably
grow up
next door.
together.
I mean, he's
We
gonna
kind
kill
of
shit.
had a bunch of shit that changed
You
our
don't remember
lives,
anything about
and we
being dead?
found each other,
Mm-hmm.
and that we were
Like,
just
I've
kind of
not
this
been told
badass group
anything
that
by the game.
that-
We're a band
that
of
we're not-
brothers, so
yeah, we're not
good.
trying to be
Uller
perfect
to
good guys.
Tristel.
Oh,
We're
no.
just-
Doesn't that seem
we're
weird?
trying to do the right thing
I
in the
mean,
best way that
you're
we
like
know how,
the
each of us.
representative
And
of
From our
God.
perspective, we're trying to
If anybody
better
should remember.
the
We're
civilians
mortals.
and
Like,
those who are being
I don't presume to
repre-
like try to
or
understand what
oppressed.
an immortal god would.
yeah,
like,
and
have
it's
to do
not
with
like
So,
it's not like we get together and decide
what if we weren't dead?
we need to
I don't
like
know,
we need
that'd be an
these
interesting
villagers
question. I don't
are
even know who we'd ask
getting
about that though.
attacked.
They're probably the dead
Should we save
Gandalf.
them? It's kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah, really.
it's kind of
wish
like we
could
just
ask them
do our
more
own
questions.
thing, and if somebody decides to save them, the others join in and
I'm
save them
hooked
with
up
them.
on it
And if
is-
nobody decides to save the civilians, then we just keep walking.
There's only so much we can do.
It's kind of like
I've
we do our
already
own
done
thing,
shit
and if somebody
that's
decides
bad.
to do something, we back them up.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we back them up as a
And
group,
when I
and
was alive
we don't
before,
question the motive.
I did really bad shit.
Kill them all.
Like if there's a good,
And
like
gods
if,
are real.
like if there's somebody that might look like a good guy, and
Your
Tristel goes and
evidence is
smacks
that.
him with an iron flail, we don't sit there and question his motive. We back him up because that's what we do.
What happens after?
like when he, like what he did at the chapel.
Oh.
Well, obviously Ryan Johnson was bad, but I'm saying like if
I
Tristel
mean, I
was
guess we'll know when we get there.
like,
so like watching you get your stuff rattled the fuck out of my character.
Oh, right.
For a lot of reasons. And what doesn't make sense to me is we came back right when this guy that we were fighting, where we all died, came back. And if none of us remember, especially you, who are like a favorite of God's, we probably weren't dead. Like, what if we were set aside somewhere? And that's why we can't remember it.
Like if we were trapped inside crystals.
Yeah. Or anything like that, or just like put it
No.
in stasis.
You don't like that's a legit thing. Trapped in crystals. It's like there's crystals in Final Fantasy where like, you kind of
Yep.
get trapped in.
That was a
there's
Final
crystal
Fantasy
here that
reference.
we
Sorry.
You know,
What-
that we know but don't
the
know.
idea of the crystals came from
Yeah,
Final Fantasy
right.
from Rich.
So-
So you saying being trapped in crystals is funny because that's a Final Fantasy thing.
Well, I
You've
didn't
never
say it.
played.
They did that
Oh,
in Link
yeah.
to the Past.
But here's the thing, though, and we got to double check with Richard on this one. Are we the same age as we were when we passed or when we stopped existing, or are we younger than what we were when we stopped existing?
I don't think we know that. I don't think we're so.
See, that's
But
what-
we
that's
would
gonna be
remember
really
to a
hard.
degree. We don't
All
remember
this information is
stopping,
like 1,000 years
but we
old.
remember.
It's like I don't even know who would ask about any
Your
of
mom.
this. Yeah, I guess I really would have loved to have her hang out and answer more questions.
Yeah, I think that's why she left when we weren't playing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
And I mean, we can ask Malika
That was
on
plot.
if Gandalf said of how what our
Well,
ages
what I think
were
would be worthwhile
at the time
is
of
figuring out
us
if Malika knew
dying the first time.
what ritual Gandalf used to bring us back. Because obviously he wasn't a priest, and if it wasn't a resurrection, was it a summoning?
I don't know. Like, God, I really thought we would find something about that, like when we were at his like lab or whatever, right?
Yeah. But we weren't really looking for that.
That's true.
It's
We were walking
really
all the
fucking
way
with my
back there.
character a lot. My character's having a really, really bad like conflict of reconciling who he is.
It's funny. I would love to get some answers through prayer, but we can't seem to get into the Temple of Hextor.
Do you need to be in the temple to pray to him?
I don't know.
I mean, that's when he has his best connection. That's when he was praying in the temple is when he got his connection with Hextor.
Yeah,
With the-
this will get him a connection to the gallows.
Yeah, which
Does he
is
get
why I
5G
think-
in there?
Not in
And there's poor churches to Hextor.
Yeah, we could ask around there.
I mean, maybe it was just it while you're in Mundus, which is like the city of Hextors.
No, remember he was praying for a long time.
Yeah, like 3 days.
Yeah.
I don't. That's what's bothering Uller. Well, that's part of it, and then I don't know.
Yeah, we could try that.
Like I'm getting ready to restart an Assassin's Guild when I know gods are very active. Like before, gods didn't really take an interest in my life, kind of like Malika. And I just watched one basically take time out of his busy god life to make sure you smashed another mortal. So, and that was just for some fucking weapons and armor. Like, what's gonna happen to me when I die?
I'm sure you'll earn someone's favor by that point.
That's the book.
Yeah. Hey, even murderers have a god.
I know.
Well,
I'm trying to find one.
Yeah, the whole point of that conversation is like I was telling Jared, it's like I feel like our characters were all flawed and badass at the same time. And then like I gave the example, I was like, if all of us are walking in a city and there's a riot and nobody we wouldn't even communicate with each other. We would all just keep walking, and if somebody went to go do something in the riot, we wouldn't even need to talk to each other. We would just kind of back each other up and go and do whatever that guy was doing. We would help him. Like, we wouldn't question his motive or anything like that, whether it was the right thing or not. Like that's just what we would do, is we would back each other up. And then if nobody decided to stop and help help out whatever was doing, if nobody decided to help out, we would just keep walking and not really question what
Is
was
that the right way to do it?
well, that's I feel like that's the way that we were doing it. Is if nobody thought it was the right thing to do to stop and help that person, then we just would keep walking. And if one person thought it was the right thing to do, or if one person, if Matt decided to take his flail out and hit this one person, we wouldn't question him why he did it. We would just back him up and be like, he knows what he's doing. Like, we've been through some shit. We all talk to each other, know that we want to be good people. We may have our different ways about going about doing it, but we all want to be good. Like your Brotherhood only assassinated people who were
Not
for sure
women and
criminals.
children.
Yeah, well, for sure criminals. Like, they weren't people that were paid to kill people that just did something that somebody didn't like that they did, and so they paid you to go kill them. That's why you made sure you checked all the ledgers and only took jobs where you knew that they were, bad people, and that the job was a good job to take. That was what separated you from Laughing Coffin. And so, like, what I'm saying is that all of us were good people in our own way. We may have had different ways of going about it, but we all had the same goal of trying to better the world, even if it was through different routes. And so if somebody was trying to do something that was good in their own eyes, we would just back them up because we had that level of trust with each other. I might not agree with what you're doing, but I trust, I believe in your end goal that
he
you're
just
trying
fucked
to.
them up, and I don't know if that's what I would have done, but
Right. Right.
I'm sure he's got the right of it.
Yeah,
Oh well, he's my pal.
Well, it's like I know his heart. I know his
Right.
heart's in the right place, and that's all that matters.
No, I like your interpretation. All right.
Oh, I got
American spelling of my god's name.
Yes.
I'm kind of surprised it made it. He's a lesser, very lesser.
Spelled your name-
Asgard.
They spelled your name wrong.
Well, not really. That's just the English translation.
Right, they spelled your name wrong. There's only one translation. There's only one way to spell
God
it
of
now.
hunting, archery, and winter. I'm impressed it's in here.
I hate this fucking music.
Maybe not
We need
mask.
to pause it. It's like this music puts me on edge.
You're supposed to be on edge.
I know, that's the point. Like, I don't want it playing while we're not in the
No, I kinda
it's
like it.
Well,
We
you
are here.
Well, I know, I'm saying like
This
from
is the
Attack on
same
Titan.
music I played the last time you were here, and you were also on edge
Yeah.
here.
I just
Yeah, I hated waiting while he prayed.
Yeah.
A lot.
Waiting for something to happen.
Oh,
like,
man.
we're all gonna die.
This music is just. It's meant to put people on. It's like if you watch the show, it's so like
Oh god,
I
the whole
watched the
show
first
puts you on
season,
edge
the whole
all
show.
the time.
the show's
Those
like,
first 2 seasons, you're just uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, all the time, every episode. Like especially when this song would come up, something like some
Something's waiting.
yeah, like something's gonna happen, and it's not like.
It's foreboding.
Or you just got some life-shattering
Wait, when
information.
did we get a
Like,
boat?
it's-
So Gil died.
Foreboding.
It's not for boating.
Your enunciations are off again. Oh god, that's how much Adel cares. He's going to play Magic the Gathering.
Well, where's Matt go? I thought Matt went.
He just wants to piss.
Oh, I thought he went. Oh, I thought he went for a longer.
So, if we're laying low,
Oh, take it.
I'm gonna scout out some Laughing Coffin locations. Because I fucking hate those guys.
You're gonna scout out Laughing Coffin.
I'm gonna spot for them.
You're gonna go take a look to see if they're in Mundus. Is that the plan?
Yeah, if they're deep seated in every city, and this is a big city,
Well, I mean that's what you've been told.
yeah,
Right?
I'm
They're,
gonna-
they're everywhere.
I'm
They're
gonna put it to a test. Obviously, I'm not gonna walk around with my shirt off.
right. Hey, you fucks!
Hey, you guys!
Soft love trunk. You're coming with me now. You're gonna live with me. I need to reinstall the client side program that goes with Arena because I uninstalled it. Now I don't even remember which one it is.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's MTGA Assistant, but there's also.
I
There's
thought I used a wolf one or something.
Yeah, that's what this is. It
Oh.
says the wolf. The wolf one is on this.
It was
one.
either that or Untapped.
Untapped is what a lot of
Yeah.
people use.
Oh. Does it remember the decks you played against?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
As long as you updated it and turned it back on, which I never did.
It's funny enough.
Lolth isn't, or Mask isn't in it.
Who?
Mask.
Oh,
That's it's a rogue god. I don't mean like a god that's gone rogue, but
Uller is. Hey, actually, yeah.
a rogue, if you will. Do we want to pick up or add, or do you want to fish that game first? That's a lot to ask to be able to focus. See, look, you're already pausing. I give pause, ellipses, if you will. That needs to be the name of the character.
Ellipses.
Ellipses. That just dramatic pauses constantly. If you know, you know.
Anything William Shatner plays.
If I was you, I wouldn't do that.
You would what?
Wouldn't do that. No, that's the 3-dot pause, the ellipses.
Yeah.
So I need a character ellipses because I use those all the time when I'm writing, all the time to convey.
Don't think I will.
To convey unsureness, usually confusion.
Do we have access to our roof?
Do you have access to your roof?
Yeah. Like, is it a slanted roof or is it a flat top roof building?
Well, if you look at it, it's a slanted roof, and there's 4. Like it's exactly how it looks. There's 4 things. There's no like opening to the roof. I mean, you're a pretty able rogue. You could probably figure out how to get up there if you really wanted to. And it wouldn't be like some sort of like massive, okay, it's a DC 30 climb check.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, because you're connected to 2 other buildings. Like, literally connected, so.
We're in the second story part.
Yeah.
Where the living quarters are. Is that above the line of height for the wall? Like, could I see down onto the wall, or is it higher?
No, it's higher.
Okay. Then yeah, as I'm like people watching, I'm kind of taking note of how often guards come by, how many of them are Severance, how many are Mundus.
It doesn't feel like there's a real pattern to it.
Just kind of chaotic.
Yeah, it's just they're there. Like, from everything you've been able to gather, and I'm pretty sure you figured this out, nobody wants to be there right now.
Right.
Severance doesn't want to be there. Mundus doesn't want to be there. Mundus doesn't want Severance to be there. Severance wishes, like, Mundus would just die and go away so they could go home. Like,
What does this even need to be here?
yeah, like, everyone's just miserable about everything. As is usually the case for the common man.
Yeah, that's fair.
You also come back to find that you're short 20 gold.
Me personally, or the store?
Store. The guard that you just hired robbed you and left.
We haven't hired him yet.
That's what you think. He heard you talking. I wish I could have done all the things I wanted to.
Oh, waiting on Adam.
Yeah, he decided he was going to start a
What
draft
a,
real quick.
what a douche.
It's alright.
What a bunch of a-holes.
My campaign was getting kind of gory.
So, Callian dies.
Well, the story can continue. That's convenient.
Wait, where are we going?
Well, we can just skip my own ordeals, I guess. That'll save us some time.
I'm gonna,
It should be over pretty quickly.
That's what he said.
I've got Frodo and Aragorn and Bill all out.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, this guy's in trouble.
I'm gonna walk through all of the business district and rich people district.
Okay.
Can I do a... Would you rather have search or spot to see if I notice any laughing
Probably
cock?
search case.
Okay.
Because you're looking for something that's not obvious.
Fair enough. That's a plus 13. Got a 19.
What exactly is it that you are looking for?
Laughing coffin symbols, like anybody that fits the description of the people we attack, like dress-wise, or Yeah, I mean mainly that. I'm just kind of looking for telltale signs that Laughing Coffin's present in this city, and if I see any, see if I can garner like where they're at.
Since you're searching so intently to cover the 2 rich districts, I'm going to say that it's going to take you 2 days.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right? And you find nothing.
All right.
There was anyone else wanting to do anything before Zyler's reply may have shown up?
No.
No, I'm good.
Just pretty much taking care of the shop.
You guys get a couple of customers coming in, checking out the stuff.
Give them deals.
You know, like
Try to work with the new guy, and
well, you guys don't have a new guy yet.
If they seem loaded, sell them on the historical artifacts from the war.
Right.
Okay.
In the back,
Yeah,
the ones with the dings.
yeah. It's called private stock for discerning guests.
Just don't drink it. Oh my god.
These come with corks.
All right. So you get a delivery on the. It's been about 3 days now. You didn't find anything in your rich districts in the 2 sections, and you have a reply from Zyler Flintz, and it's Dear Al, it's great to hear from you. I'm looking forward to a very profitable business relationship with you. By the time you receive this letter, I should be out in 1 day.
Cool. So we gotta wait another day.
Another day until he gets there. And that's all it really says. Has a little Zyler Flint's wax stamp. Matt just came.
they're not supposed to bend that way.
Let's
So it's a head on that.
I'm
I'm
watching videos.
Yeah.
Focus.
What?
My God, man!
We've waited
We're
4 years.
campaigning.
You
I know.
fucks.
You
I'm
should've-
still waiting for
You should have
some.
seen the way that dude's legs broke, though.
Did they break or did they just turn into
So,
Jello?
We've got another
They
day.
wobbled that the right
We have
way.
another day to wait till Zyler shows up. Let's go talk to Larry, the longsword holding guard.
Yeah.
I thought we already did that. Like we've been here for 3 days.
No one's approached him.
Oh,
I
that's
told
what
you
we're
to
supposed
go.
We
Uller, I
talked to-
told you to
No,
go do that. I
everyone-
thought you
everyone
wanted to go
said they
do
wanted
that.
to wait until Zyler got there, and you discussed with him what was good.
I spent 2 days searching for Laughing Coffin because I thought we were waiting. So
I mean, I have the
I-
help
I know
wanted
I
sign.
didn't go
You
higher
said
than
that you were
that.
going to go talk to the long
I can.
swordsman guy card.
Anybody else want to go?
No, I thought it was just going to be you.
All right.
I'm just gonna sit back at the
Go
shop.
see if I can find Larry. I'm gonna head to the same gate.
Okay.
He might be
Now we
working the
don't have
night
enough
shift.
time to train him. He's gonna have 1 day experience.
He'll
All we
do
want
fine.
is a really experienced seller to have the only weapon store in a giant city. Fucking a donkey can do this.
Not your dog.
Yeah, he was an ass.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how he sounded when he ran away.
I'm
you guys.
abandoned me in my hour of need.
Fuck him.
You can't. He's gone.
He probably, probably flew away. I'm a flying donkey.
I'm a flying talking donkey.
You gotta see my girlfriend.
All right. So you go looking for Larry. He was the guy working that west shop or west gate.
Westgate, yep.
That's the name he gave him. So we're just gonna go with Larry.
Larry at Westgate. Is
Guard
he there?
number 2.
Is he there?
No.
Any of the other guards know where he might be, or is he off duty?
They're like he comes in the evening.
Okay. Around what time?
Sometime. Let's see. I don't know if they do. We're just gonna say they do the 24-hour thing. You know, he works the night shift, so he usually comes in around 8 or so.
Thanks, guys. I'm gonna remind them. Hey, Yorkshire Arms and Arms.
They haven't seen you.
Well, I know. I'm gonna let them know.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we're back in business.
Oh yeah, Yorkshire
Yeah.
Arms and Armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you guys.
I
need
heard that
hooked up.
guy was gonna retire.
Yeah, we came in right at the right or wrong time with all these fucks wandering around.
Oh my god.
Thumb at the old Severance dick bag over there.
They all kind of turned to look at him. The Severance guy is not even. He doesn't give. two
Guys, I
shits.
just work here.
Like he's not even looking at him. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't give a fuck. They're not worth his time.
So I'm gonna be like, yeah, if any of you locals, we'll hook you up with the deal if you come by.
Yeah, that sounds good, man. Thanks.
Yeah. And I thank them for their information, and if they see Larry, tell them I was looking for him. I have a business proposition for him.
Okay, we'll let him know.
Thanks. And,
All right, it's the third day, right? So,
On the third day in the east.
in the afternoon of the third day,
It's
look to the
island.
west.
Yeah, look to the
which is really cool. And if you don't remember,
Oh, so we're playing. Matt and I are playing Arena, and when Gandalf the White Rider dies, you put him fifth from the top.
Yeah.
Back in the and I didn't make the connection. He's like, yeah, like on the fifth day.
Like,
look
oh,
to the
don't worry,
east.
he'll be back in the
just see
fifth
my
day.
coming.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, that's so smart.
Yeah, that's why they did it.
I was like, oh, I can't believe I didn't make the connection.
When
I
you
was
get
so-
to the fifth card, a bunch of cum shoots out of the back. Oh, see my coming! Oh, Galadriel, you sexy bitch.
So anyway, so
Health juice.
it's the third day. You're all back at the shop, and in walks a dude that looks really familiar.
Like Larry or Zyler?
Zyler Flutz arrives at the shop.
You go, oh, it's you.
He kind of takes his hood down. Are you all like downstairs in the working area? Like
I'm doing like the front shop thingy.
I'd like to pretend like I don't know him. Be like, can I help you, sir?
Yeah. I'm probably not in the. I'm probably. I'm probably in the shop, but kind of like sitting down somewhere, like